van, get in the jar. Hello, everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck off. You weren't paying attention. Don't worry about it.
We're all in the
Welcome,
jar.
everyone, to a bit no one knows about. But we are once again.
That's what I say to people who are in bed with me.
What the fuck?
Don't worry about it. You'll see it on OBS later. Welcome back to Dark Waters Tales of Gen C. I am your Dungeon Master, Dan Fighter. And we are already loopy, but we are starting after some time with our same lovely adventurers. Hello, hello. And let's see what everyone's playing since it has once again been a while. Starting us off, we will go with Anna.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Anna, alrighty, whichever you prefer. I use them pronouns, and I'm going to be playing, once again, Davana, who uses they, she pronouns, who is a half-orc warlock. And I'm really excited. I'm really actually excited. Even though this is supposed to be scary, I'm actually really excited. So let's fucking go.
That'll be great. Next up, Cease.
Hello, I am Ricecakes. My pronouns are she, her. I play the Eladrin Warlock Estrogen, who is completely fine, doing all right, just chilling, just great.
Indeed. Next up, we have Mike.
Hi, I am Mike. I use he, him pronouns. I will be playing Gendar, the Warforged Warlock. No, Warforged Wizard. Why let's say Warlock? I'm not a Warlock yet. Tan, what are you doing? Why did you make
We'll
me
all be Warlocks someday.
These are all questions that will get answered.
Indeed. Next up, Rice.
Hello, hi, I'm Ricecakes, slightly sick Rice today, I suppose. They, she pronouns, and today I'm playing the lovely baby boy Sprout. He, they pronouns, I think. I forgot what pronouns again.
Yes, correct.
It's been a while. It's been a while, okay?
It's all
listen,
right.
The pronouns are baby boy. He's my little baby boy. He's just a little plant, okay? I can't.
We're underwater. Everything's fluid at the moment. It's fine.
Yeah, no, everything's loopy. Everything's fluid.
Like
it's
gender?
fine. He stole my thunder. How can I recover from this? I can't. It's just fine.
Oh,
The
we
energy
are
today.
in a mood today, clearly. Next, we have Hector.
Hello, I am Hector, aka Okami, all over the internet. Hey, and today I am playing everybody's favorite party paladin, DC. Pronoun are he, him.
Hell yes. Next, we have Box, once again joining us.
Hi, hello. I'm Box or Myrna, she, her pronouns. I'm playing Mariloon, who is a sea elf monk, and she's having a very bad day at the office.
And last but not least, our host with the most technical difficulties is Steve.
That's fucking high. Hello. Hi. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I run Pantsless tables and other things. Very excited to be here, kick some ass, and take some names. And not in that order necessarily. I'm all out of gum. I don't know where I was going with that. My pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Sapphire Stonewall, who goes by any pronouns. Your favorite dragon, Born. The Born is very important. Sorcerer, Paladin, Warlock. At level 5. Fucking hell. 6, yes. Yeah, so that's where we are. Before we begin, really quick update. We are doing Pantsless Pride 2025 in 3 weeks. It's in 3 weeks, literally 3 weeks from today. So that's not terrifying at
That's
all.
normal.
Yeah, and I totally don't have
scary
like
at all.
6 weeks worth of prep to do. No, how dare you? Anyway, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 7 of the 8 people in here are going to be in Pantsless Pride 2025, which is like really fucking cool. So,
Like 5 of us are running games, or 6
Yeah,
of us are
yeah.
running games.
apparently we're all really fucking talented. How imagine that. Yeah, the Dark Waters
who's
crew, more
there?
like the I don't know. Anyway,
Yes.
that's where we are. I'm going to stop talking, Dan, please.
What, please? You can't start digging a hole and ask me to like pull you out. But sure. Last we left our adventurers, they had gone out on an expedition out on the high seas, along with a noble from Ibrakal by the name of Edward Castor, who has hired them as a stipulation that Sapphire made and has now ended up in some form of indentured servitude, at least for one quest. And upon reaching the location, they found themselves in the middle of nowhere. And Castor revealed that these ruins that the expedition will be taking place in are underwater. And with a arcanely enchanted diving bell, a bunch of the party loaded up and began their descent down into the depths. And after a few hours of said descent, people had time to talk to each other, get to know some of their new compatriots, such as Janda, who had a bit of an experience, and after that, they were fine. And eventually, along with Edward Castor and his bodyguard, Barabbas Bonebite, the party reached the maximum length that the diving bell would take them, overlooking the enormous ruin beneath them, covered in this arcane dome like structure, preventing the ocean from crashing down upon the ruins. Save for one jagged rock that's kind of jutting out of the ground and is almost serving as a inlet into the ruins themselves. And as the party witnesses this ancient ruined kingdom, they realize they have to continue down further using the water channels. And that is where we had stopped. And that is where we shall continue. So, what are we doing? And who's going first?
I think you missed something big that happened also.
Which one?
Engagement pitch.
Ah, yes. I said people got to know each other better on the descent. What do you think I meant? Eh?
I will say. So wait, we're just led here without any kind of explanation from Castor. What the fuck we're looking at?
Yeah, so you basically got down, and Castle also looking out like, oh, it seems we're here. And you see, essentially, like right beneath the diving bell, there is like a kind of kicked up water current that is like kind of feeding into like a bunch of various, like almost like tunnels and cave like structures onto this rock that's connected to the outside of the dome. And that looks like the way in at the very least. Now, the only matter remains is to actually go down and try to swim through that. But
Yeah, no, I
however-
think
yeah.
looking at that, Devon would turn to Castor like, where are we? What is
We
this?
are at our destination. What do you mean?
No, I get that, but what are we looking at?
From my understanding, it's a set of old ruins that may have some connotations to deal with my people, and we have to make our way inward, and that's where, well, you lot come in. Barabbas will escort me inside once you've ascertained the proper path forward.
Okay, what are we looking for?
What is this place? Its history, any treasures and artifacts and riches down here? Things that have been lost to time beneath these waves. All of these things must be collected for research and tributes and gifts.
Right, so just any valuable we can find. Right. All right. You said you had a map of this place.
leading to this place. And you see Ray quickly folds the map up and puts it to his side. It is a road to Pry. The map was supposed to lead you to where we are, and now we begin our exploration.
By we, you mean us, mostly. Right.
It is your job, after all.
The Vanya sort of sighs and looks at the others. And sort of looks at them for clue, how the fuck are we gonna get in this?
UBC is like, let me try to take point. And starts heading over towards where the under area is.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, Jendar, how much time do we have? You said a day?
Oh, the water breathing, yes.
Okay. All right. Everyone,
I can't remember.
I grew up
24 hours, I think.
24 hours. All right. Let's.
Can we, by the way, can we walk or do we have to swim? What's the
So
point?
right now you're still in the diving bell. You have to go down
Yeah.
to the pressurized room so you don't die to the water pressure changing suddenly. And after spending a couple minutes there, then you'll drop down into the water. Then you have to swim.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Okay.
Saying
yeah, I
about
think that
changing into a fish.
See, it's just going to kind of sort of lead in the process and sort.
Oh.
So narratively, this is what, and systemically, this is what I'm thinking. Which is, you have an excellent memory for maps and geography. And you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and 5 other people each day, provided the land offers very small game water. So I'm thinking that combined with, I have a survival of. Hold on, let me put up my skills. I have a survival of +5. So I think what I want to do is kind of have the VC take point, leading people through the water. And even though, and just sort of using the VC skills as being I'm not going to be as good as, as the actual sea elf here. But, Box, what was your character's name again? My character would remember, but Hector is blanking because of the feet. Mariloon. As we're in the depressurized area, BBC's gonna turn to Mariloon. Says, Mariloon, I'm gonna take point for my friends. However, you're an actual sea elf, so could I get your help navigating the rest of the expedition?
Yeah, of course. She looks back at Castor real quick and then back to Yabisi. I'm actually a little annoyed that he's kind of just put me with you guys now. It seems to be, I don't know, something's wrong still.
Okay. Well, we'll just both make sure that everybody manages to get out alive.
Yeah.
And question. I think also for the whole party. Swimming, can armor take with shields shit? Is that?
See, you tell this. I mean, you tell me what you're going in with.
Well, I was planning on bringing my shield, and I've got.
I think
I don't know about what everyone else is doing.
I have no choice.
I think Yabisi's going to ask Jendar. Jendar, does the enchantment that you used on us lighten our gear?
No, as far as I'm aware, it just gives you the ability to swim. But let's have to breathe. Let's have a look at the spell. No, just respiration related.
I mean, that should be fine if they're not too heavy.
Okay, well,
it won't be covering
No,
everything,
I'm-
the Dagon can offer his bag of holding for equipment that you want to maybe take off and then put back on once you're like through the swimming part. Like he can offer that much, but yeah.
Yeah.
How far is the
Can-
swimming part? How far do we have to swim? Question.
Looks like a couple 100 feet at the very least to get to the rock, but
Okay,
yeah.
never mind.
And this kind of current stream that you say we'll be following, it does it look to have just one destination, or are there several paths that it could send us down?
Give me a flat intelligence check.
Smart.
Intelligence, yeah, I can do intelligence.
Nirvana will offer shield to Dagon for a
That's
backup.
a 9.
9. It's hard to tell from here because you see a bunch of them are just kind of like inlaid into itself, but the rock itself looks like it's like one big rock going further in. So it's hard to say how many quote unquote sub caverns it might have. It's a jar. You don't need to speak out loud for that shit, Assis. That's a jar.
Oh my god. Okay. So I think we're going. We should just go. I think, and then
All right.
people take the point in order.
So
Yeah,
firstly,
possibly better to stay
yeah.
together.
Yeah, I think this. I think that as Yabisi goes to take off his armor, like to go underwater, I think Yabisi has a moment of weakness and kind of glares a little angrily at Sapphire.
Sapphire is still basking in the afterglow of what is like a marriage proposal / wedding / I don't know, and does not clock it at all. Like I don't even need to pretend to roll. Sapphire is just, oh no, what have I done? Is this right? I don't know, what the fuck, bro.
Uh-oh.
I think also we lost Hector.
Wait.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Everybody froze.
Okay,
on
wow.
me.
Why would you draw that? You could just do this.
Yeah.
muted, but yeah.
Oh god. How long?
Here with the meme, okay? Like seeing it like properly, like the whole.
But yeah, I think Hector's back.
I don't know what happened.
I don't
I like-
see Hector.
Oh, you don't
Yabisi glared angrily.
Is it just
and
me?
now all of a
He's
sudden
vanished
Steve
from
turned
me.
into a robot and everyone
Also, see.
I do not have a Hector either.
No.
I have a
But
very
Yeah, I
laggy
see
Hector.
Hector still.
I'm
Here,
utterly
Hector.
Hectorless.
God.
It's not-
Do I? I
We-
think Hector's also frozen on. Oh no,
Oh.
I don't know.
Now he's
Now
back.
I'm afraid. I heard him pretty
no.
alright while everyone.
Oh yeah,
was
now
thinking
I
about
see.
it.
Yeah, Hector's back for me as well. Okay, cool.
let me refresh.
Well,
okay.
while we do this,
the last
can
thing I remember was that I said Yabisi has a moment of weakness
Yeah.
as he takes his armor off and he glares.
Yeah, and essentially
angrily
Sapphire
at
does not
Sapphire,
clock
like,
it at
literally,
all.
Just like as carefully.
Yeah.
Like they're very much on a proposal high right now, and they have not clocked anything other than that.
Okay.
Gender's going to cast
well,
Dark
Yabisi's
Vision
having
on
a moment.
himself,
He's in his
just in case.
What are you casting?
dark vision.
Dark Vision. All right.
Dark Vision, just in because we're underwater, right? And I can't assume I'll
Yep.
always be in the
Dark
light. So,
vision.
yeah.
For sure.
Also
Do I
armor.
have-
How I don't know how long it takes to take off and put it back on, but
10
if
minutes.
it if
I
don't.
feel
I
like we
think
don't
Nirvana
need
actually
to.
knows how much of a like disadvantage or not it would give them. I think they would ask Dagon for advice on like is it better to take off or not.
You see, he's wearing his like breastplate still. Like he has the half plate on still.
Yeah. Okay. Then. Yeah.
And he does tell you, like, I mean, it will get trickier. I mean, I've gotten used to kind of swimming with, equipment on and whatnot, being on the seas, but it is
I'm
more
not-
difficult. Won't lie about that. But if we do run into trouble immediately, would rather be a little tired than, dead.
Yeah. So I should keep it on then.
I would say so.
Okay. Yep. I'll do that.
And all right. So, as you are heading, Marilyn, you also get a message from Castor in your head, which is just him saying, "Keep an eye on them and make sure they don't do anything funny."
Will we all hear that?
No,
No, he
message.
sent a message.
To Marilyn.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Am I able to respond back?
What was that, Mike? Wait, Marilyn, you can respond back.
I send back. Make sure you don't do anything funny, either. This feels off.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, great! I'm really good at that.
Hmm.
Oh, great! I'm really good at that.
What you get?
2.
That's not good. You lied to us.
How could you?
You're probably just frustrated. It's the
I'm just
story that the
frustrated.
dice are telling.
You don't hear anything back, but you see he just like he doesn't show it much, but you can tell like on top of the regular like snobbishness that he has, he has a slight bit of irritation to that little remark, which he doesn't go into right now. And he kind of like
Both
just like gestures
irritated
for
right
you
now.
to
That's
keep.
very fair.
Yeah, he kind of just like gestures for you to like get to work kind of a thing, and like he kind of turns over and starts like whispering something to Barabbas, and you all have spent enough time in the pressure thing, and you like drop down. Now, I believe UBC is
Yeah.
going first.
One thing. Hold on.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
I think if Yabisi notices that Devana hasn't taken her armor off and Dagon is still wearing his armor, Yabisi is just going to put his enchanted armor back on.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, kind of like, confused, like, okay, if they think it's a good idea, and then he's just they keep the armor on. Just
Estes gonna look at you.
Half of it is Yabisi being confused because he's like, well.
Oh, I'm like, I am Hector getting lagged.
This quest.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
It's all right. Oh.
And Sprout, yes, I'm gonna make you do a roll for that thing.
Oh,
Right.
how could you?
Yes, I see Hector again.
Why would you do this to me?
Because you're doing something your class doesn't allow.
Wait, before that.
Fair enough. What do I roll, by the
before
way?
that.
Just real quick. What do I roll so I know what I'm rolling?
It'll be flat wisdom check. But yeah.
Yes, I see.
Estrogen will look at Hector and be like, sorry, no, at your BC. And be like, I don't think you have to strip to get in the water. Are you afraid of your clothes getting wet?
No, I just honestly, I don't even know anymore. I don't even like this. I don't even know why we're on this mission. Like,
Because
just
we have to be.
He looks a little emotional. He looks a little defeated. Like, and he kind of looks like he doesn't want to be.
So do most people.
I mean, who does? Who does?
Everybody but Castor, honestly.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I was worried about the armor making it harder for us to swim. But then again, if we run into something down there, it probably would be better to have the armor. I don't know. Just gonna do my best to try and keep everybody alive. And UB, goes into the water.
Yeah, I'm assuming everyone kind of follows suit.
Yeah. So Just a
Yeah.
quick
Mike has
thing.
mine.
Mike, go ahead.
Yes.
I was going to say Jen is going to send a little message to Rivet.
Hmm.
50 fucker. Warning them that I'm going to be more than 100 feet away, so they're not going to be able to communicate. But if any shit goes down, follow us down and alert us.
I'm gonna roll a stealth for Revit.
He's very stealthy.
I know. Okay. That's a good roll. Cool. After that, you start heading down. Sapphire, what did you want to do?
I think as we're about to enter the fucking what's it called, the depressurization area, I think Sapphire snaps out of it for a minute, just because the fucker is not coming in the pressurized chamber with us, right? He's still outside.
Essentially, yeah, he's gonna come in like right behind you, but he's letting you go through first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just turn around and just be like, "You are our way out. Do not fuck with us, because deals be damned. I will come back from the grave to haunt you if you leave us down here."
As I said, I will be following you into this expedition. I don't trust you to get this work done without the proper supervision. And
I don't care about
will
your.
keep it in line.
I don't care about your whatever. I just got married, engaged. I don't know. I can't risk that. Okay, it is it. Yeah, I don't want to start a revenge arc this quickly. Anyway,
I suggest you do your job.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you. And I just walk through, just in a daze, like look at the others and just awkward thumbs up before we leave.
Yep.
Still hasn't processed Hector's, Yabisi's stink eye.
Yabisi's,
yeah. You all head down. You all see Sprout quickly turns into like a tiny fish, essentially.
It's
which
like
is covered in kelp.
It's like how would I say it? It's like Sprout's roots kind of like go back in, and he grows like smaller and smaller, and then they kind of form the shape of a fish instead. Like he really reshaped his branches into a little fish, and he's like, so he could swim better.
Now, because of that, I will say, as you all kind of jump down,
Fascinating.
everyone other than Sprout, give me a strength saving throw.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
I got you.
Oh no!
Even me?
Tan, can I do a thing
Oh, no.
instead of the strength saving throw, if you'll allow? Can I start firing Eldritch Blasts in the direction of opposite direction of where we need to go to propel myself?
So you first, okay, I'm gonna explain what's happening first. Then you guys are basically like, as you drop down, you swim like a couple of feet, and the current of water right beneath you fully catches you.
Oh,
and
fuck,
it starts
okay.
kind of pulling you. So the strength save is to kind of catch yourself so you have freedom of action.
Oh, I rolled a
So,
6.
so how bad is the current this deep underwater, bro? What the fuck?
Exactly. So
It's-
you
Yeah.
notice
Oh,
the second
no.
you kind of step in, it just
Wait.
starts pulling you.
Oh, that's Rex.
Oh.
23.
Fuck.
I'm going to use a point of inspiration to
I was
reroll.
gonna say, I have
for it.
inspiration, but I'm not sure. If
Wait,
can
I
save
just
or not.
remembered my strength is up to
How
13
is that
because
worse?
that's a nat 20. Let's go.
Do that too?
Yay.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 plus 5 is
Yeah.
23.
All right.
I think if
I-
I'm not
That's
doing
for
anything,
you.
I think.
Merloon, you have a swim speed, right? So you'll have advantage on this.
Yeah, I have 45.
Oh god.
Oh. I don't know how this website works.
Can I?
Oh, there we go.
Who's
21.
who's doing the worst on the roll?
I
at
will
the
say,
moment?
Sprout, as a tiny fish, you can't help anyone.
With my nat
I hope
20,
I
can
could-
can I
I
help
hope I could
Estrogen?
at least like use a thorn whip or something, but I don't think I would be able like
Not
a tiny fish.
as a fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a, you
Yo.
can't, that's the other thing about Wild Shape. You can't
Yeah,
cast
I
in that
can.
form.
No.
Oh, I have an idea. I rolled really bad. I rolled a 6. I'm assuming I'm getting swept up. Can I? Is there a point where where I can see the stream ends? Because I have a free use of Misty Step.
You see, it's going in to the tunnels. You don't know where it ends.
Wait, so where I'm going? Where am I going?
See?
Oh god. Okay, I'll leave it. If I'm in trouble, at least I potentially have a way out. But I'll
Yeah,
leave it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Inspiration is not a reaction, right? Can I
Correct.
do reality shift on top of it to
Of course.
then add advantage? But here's my question. I've used inspiration, so I've already rolled 2 dice. So if I do reality shift, do I do another dice and then count that as advantage, or do I just count advantage between the 2 I've rolled with inspiration?
I will say the reality shift would be advantage. So yeah, you will have like you can choose between the reality shift and the higher roll you got.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. One more try. One more try. I have so far got a 7 and a 4. This is, dear Lord. Okay, it's a 9. What is wrong with me?
And since you tried a reality shift, roll me a d20.
Oh, I had a feeling about that.
I will say though, like because people are being swept
That's
up
a
despite.
1.
Oh my god.
Roll me a d100.
No.
No.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well,
this
I
is
can't believe it.
TPK.
This is
great.
not good.
No,
having
guys,
this
it's
happen
fine.
in this
It's fine.
Ah,
It's
it's okay.
fine.
It's fine. If this all goes south, then
It might save
I
me.
don't know,
It might actually save me. It's
blame the guy
fine.
that hired us.
Fine.
So
Blame the guy that hired us, and
That
Bill.
is a 62.
62. You cast fireball centered on yourself.
Oh
No.
We're underwater, right? So it
Uh,
doesn't count.
Water.
It is magical fire, guys.
This is bullshit. You can't fucking script this. Okay, what the fuck?
Could
Oh,
everyone
no.
actually wait? Who all failed the strength save? Let me just check that first. Then, yeah.
Well, I did.
Gender, what'd you get?
10 for the strength save.
Okay. Sapphire, you got a 20. Balloon, what you get?
21.
21. All right.
21 with like a crit, right? No, dirty. Okay.
8d6.
Me?
Estrogen.
Oh, Sapphire crit. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I can't keep this. This is 2 10s. I can't keep my.
So I need to ask before all of this happens. The reality shift only happens if estrogen fails the thing, right? Could I have used my nat 20 to help save her?
Not for reality shift, I'll say.
The thing is, I already did a reality shift to get advantage.
Yeah, no.
You can't change that.
That is true, but like, okay, fair. Yeah, okay.
Also, at this point, like I rolled thrice for this check and rolled below 10 every single time. So I'm like, I think I'm fated to fail this check.
So could I have used the 20 to save Devana then?
I'll say you can give Devana the help action.
Okay.
Which means
Advantage.
One more roll.
I can roll again for the strength save. That is.
Yes.
Could I help out Jen then?
You got a 21. I'll say both you
Oh,
and your
mother
research together
fuck.
can help out Jen.
I've got 15 then on my strength save. With the help
15.
action, so that's
Jen, you
pretty
also get a reroll with your BC and Marilyn helping you.
I'm
And
gonna
that's
say
a
that
31 on the
despite
fireball.
Sprout not being able to like help, Sprout would still try and like latch onto like Estrogen's clothes. Like he can't help but he's trying.
Okay.
Oh
Noted.
no!
you're about to blast. You're about to blast out of that form, right?
Probably.
Noted.
Well,
So wait, I just need the roles finalized. Then I'm gonna describe what's gonna go
the
down. I'm gonna
problem
need narrative
is-
for a second.
The problem is I was going to latch onto estrogen before the fireball was gonna hit, and I feel bad being like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Why?
What you get, Jen?
I'm gonna cry.
Mike?
14.
14. Okay. So Jen, you still fail. Dwana, you just succeed.
It was a
Uh,
DC 15.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Oh,
That's pretty.
moly.
Yeah.
And you so here's what happens. All of you drop down into the water, and some of you immediately get like pulled and get swept up. Sapphire, you can like find yourself for a moment like very stable and like strong almost, and you just instinctively reach your hand out and grab and pull Divana back to you. You see Riz starts fully flying off, and Eglet grabs Riz and just like kind of puts him behind his back and like kind of tanks the water pressure. You see Dagon is kind of holding on, but not super well. You see Jen starts to also like kind of float away. UBC and Meru try to like grab onto them, and big heavy Warfor just fully slips out of their grasp in this as they just go kind of hurling forward. And as that's happening, Estrogen, you're fully losing control. You try to like, weave the magic in your hand and try to like shift realities. And even across these like multiple visions you see in front of you for a moment, you aren't able to grab onto the correct one. And as that happens, you again just hear a and your like runes essentially begin to glow and crackle and shift violently as arcane energy surges out of your eye. As it does, it turns into this bright golden yellowish flame and just explodes out around you.
Do you mean this eye?
Question.
Yes. Yes, Jill.
Can a wild magic surge be counterspelled?
It is
I
the
was going to ask
casting.
that.
I believe Counterspell still has a verbal component.
Wait, can you
No,
not, like-
somatic? Somatic. It says.
It's only somatic?
No, somatic.
says-
Oh wait,
Somatic.
but
Yeah.
no, you failed, right? You failed your strength save.
I didn't.
You didn't?
I
did.
You can try to counterspell.
Yeah, failed the strength save, yeah.
What? Hang on. What level was this at?
Oh, it just auto counterspells, yeah. It's third level. I will ask for just one roll from you.
Okay.
Oh,
For me.
dear.
Yes. This is basically you've kind of caught yourself with some assistance. You have to now turn around and cast this spell. Either an arcana or a sleight of hand.
Wait, so hang on. Roll that first?
Yeah, just
The one I
roll
counterspell.
either of those, and that will tell you if you're able to counterspell or not.
God, okay, hang on. That's a natural fucking 20.
Let's
I'm not
go.
even kidding.
You fucking turn around. You see, like Sapphire basically grabbing onto like the back of your collar, like holding you in place, and kind of using that as like a support. You turn around and just weave your hand at the crackling magic.
Yeah.
As you see, almost like a trickle of blood, like forms like this arcane thread between you and Estrogen in this moment, and the runes that are like forming in this unstable, incoherent way just shatter. And nothing
Okay.
happens.
Yeah, let's go. I'm so glad I picked
You all go hurtling forward. You see around this point, like as you've gone like a little further in, right behind you is a caster, essentially in a sandwich between the shield and body of Barabbas, like fully guarded, and has dropped down and is following after. And you see Barabbas is having no issues whatsoever with this current, and you guys all begin to swim through, kind of hurtling through left, right, and center. You are a little behind Jen essentially now. And as you kind of enter into these tunnels, you notice you don't see Jen anywhere. As you see these tunnels splitting off into many different directions all around you. Jen, you take 8 bludgeoning damage from just rocks hitting you here or there as you like kind of bumping into like random surfaces.
Sorry, Tan.
yeah.
I have just first time playing Jen in this scenario.
Yes.
I have arcane deflection, so if I fail a saving throw, I can use my reaction to gain a +4 bonus to that saving throw.
Oh, I've had
So
that.
my
with a
strength
character
save
as well.
would have actually been an 18.
I'm wondering how mean I want to be.
Yeah, are you thinking if it's about
Because it's
spells
been
or
a
not?
bit, but How about this? I give me an initiative roll.
This is when you were hit by an attack or you fail a saving throw.
Yeah. Give me an initiative roll. If you roll a 15 or
So many
higher,
rolls.
I will tell you that you were able to catch yourself in that moment. Then.
Oh, I get advantage on initiative. Yeah, go.
You, for a moment, as you begin to hurt and
19.
fall, like we kind of just rewind back for a second, and you pull up this arcane ward around you as it like kind of buffets you back, and you are with the group. So you don't take that 8 damage.
I'm sorry, run that by me again. It does what to him?
What?
What did you just
He gets
say?
a +4 to the save.
But okay.
So anytime they fail a saving throw or they fail an attack roll, they gain a +4.
I got you a cease, don't worry.
What they fail. Okay.
All right. 2 damage to all of you. Just from like the corner scrapes here or there as you're like making your way through this.
Oh, I thought you were giving us 2
We
damage for
did
that
all-
for that joke.
Same.
For your bad things, I already have a jar. I don't need to do more.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I mean, I thought there would be bigger consequences of rolling solo.
You managed.
Oh.
As
Yeah.
holding each other up with everything you have, you guys make it through as one unit. And as you do, it takes you a couple of minutes, maybe, of like just chaotic, haphazard swimming, and you are being jettisoned forward essentially after a point, and you, even with your control, don't really need to do much to go wherever the stream is taking you. And you see you can like go down, up, left, right, and center, and then you find yourselves going up straight. And as you do, you kind of get pushed out, and the pressure leaves like completely, and you're in like a body of water still, but it's calmer and quieter. And looking around, it's like clearly like a smaller cavern inside of this rock or something. And you swim up to like just break surface for a second. As you do so, you look around and give me a perception check. Clearly like a smaller
What's the best perception? Not me. I'm not proficient in
up to like just break surface for a second. As you
If I remember correctly, my perception had a +3. Okay. 19.
You look around at all of this. It's you seem to be in some kind of a smaller cavern, and it seems to be very hemispherical, where you're like in this like little body of water which seems to be covering half of the cavern, and then the other half of the cavern is like this raised rocky formation that seems to be like the rest of the cave. And you hear, firstly, Sprout, just a very low And your eyes kind of dot in the direction, and you see deep blue scales. A long, curling tail. What is a small mountain of gold jewels. And you see on the other half of this rocky formation a blue dragon asleep.
Oh,
Oh no!
Amazing.
Oh no!
Looking around the little mountain of gold, there is a beautiful set of this deep blue plate armor that is like very ornately kept on like an armor rack, almost like as a trophy. You see, amidst the pile of gold, other trinkets and baubles which seem to be giving off a arcane glow to them. And you see, right where the dragon's snout is kind of rested on the ground, right ahead of it, there is a small fissure or crevice within the wall of that side of the room, which seems to be a tunnel leading further in.
Are we like? Wait, did we emerge from water, or are we still like underwater? This is.
You've broken surface, but you're kind of like still like, in the water, kind of paddling. And
Okay.
the other side of the room is this. Basically, like to get out of the water, you have to
Yeah.
get on the same little landmass.
Okay.
And as you're taking this in, again, you hear like another smaller splash next to you as Barabbas and Castor have caught up and shown up as well.
Wait, so
And
Jendar is
I
not with
feel
us,
like
right?
Janda's with you.
Oh, he is.
I
okay.
feel like at this like being the first to notice this is just since fishes don't really make sound, it's just like a lot of bubbling, a lot of splashing, as Sprout is like swimming in circles around everyone, like, what the fuck did I just see?
You hear as the surface breaks, Castor just goes, "Right, where are
Shut up!
we?"
Shut up! Shh!
And as you say, "Shut up," I need everyone here to roll me a stealth check.
Fuck!
Ah, fuck. My fucking
Oh,
disadvantage on that. Great.
In order to get out, I also need to like break the fucking shapeshift too. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to roll. I've had enough bad rolls today. I don't want to roll with a -2.
I have a little. No, wait. Fuck, it's disadvantage. Fuck. Hold on.
You have the ring. What is that ring about?
The ring of evasion.
Yeah,
It's
it's an evasion.
evasion. I don't think it applies
I'm
with
gonna
stealth,
use
but I'll
my
check anyway.
inspiration
It
for
doesn't.
Is this specifically sound stealth?
Correct.
Okay, then I have a 20.
Let me
Nice.
see what's the average.
I have 14.
I'll go stick with mine. Let's fuck it. With disadvantage, that's a 6.
Hey, with disadvantage, I got 14.
Oh.
14.
I have inspiration, but yeah, you know what? I might save it.
Does everyone have like disadvantage?
Oh,
I
I
do
mean, depends on
armor.
whoever wearing armor, I guess. Yeah, whoever has heavy
Yeah.
armor.
Wait,
would
who
really
has
depends.
disadvantage?
even-
I have disadvantage as well?
Are you wearing heavy
No,
armor?
who has this? No, of course not.
No,
Oh,
I have
then you
disadvantage
go.
because I have armor, heavy armor. that's
Yeah,
why.
and I have disadvantage because I also have heavy armor. We're
I
both wearing
have-
half plate, so
I
we
have
both have
like
disadvantage.
fucking leather armor. I'm
Here's the
fine.
thing. I don't need
Also
the
good.
disadvantage
You got a 1.
Oh no!
to do
That's
as bad. I got an 8 total, I think. Yes.
8 total.
It's not bad.
14 for Divana.
No, 6.
6 for Divana.
I
Who
have
got a
6.
14?
Yabisi
what's
got a
Yabisi?
14. It's in
Yabisi
the
got a
game
14. Cool. Sapphire, what you get?
17.
17 for Sapphire.
Where's
Jen?
our fucking rogue when we need him?
Not here.
Yeah.
I'm on my passive out of trace.
20 for Merloon. Sprout, what you get?
18.
18. Yeah, I just didn't hear Jen's, I think, then.
13. Sorry, I muted my mic
Ah.
at source.
13. Okay, Risk, let's see how you do, buddy.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
fuck, recall.
Eglet. Oh, good job, Eglet. Holy shit. And Dagon is so well hidden, you aren't sure if he's here.
Wow.
Do I need to roll for Rivet?
No, you're good right now.
I thought you left it behind.
Yeah, but with Caster. Caster's here.
Caster's come.
Now I roll for
yeah.
Caster. And for Barabbas. Caster got a nat 20.
Oh my
course
fucking
he did.
god.
Of course he did.
Not great for Barabbas.
Are you
That
doing
heavy armor.
individual roles or are you doing like group things?
I'm doing individuals for all of them.
Oh wait,
No,
we're
I mean
not
like
doing
total
as a-
overall.
Oh, for that? Yeah, no, it's a group check.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
doing
Otherwise, I
one
would have
individual.
used my inspiration.
So 8, 14.
Yes,
So
3 nat 20s today. We're only an hour in.
which one of who all broke a 19 here?
Oh, fuck. A 19?
Noted. It's a dragon, dude. They have good passive. All right, lovely. You guys are somewhat hidden, but you see as like you're all like breaching the surface one by one, you are making like tiny splashes every time someone like arrives, and you see Estrin, you kind of come out like, you know, you're like a little like woozy and like backed up from like getting like thrown around, and you kind of just like raise your hand, like put it on like the side of the rock, and as you do, a bunch of water kind of spills out as well, and you see the dragon just still asleep. Its tail just slightly moves along the side of like the edge of the rock and starts like sweeping around it almost instinctually. Yes, Tawana?
Are we no longer swimming?
You are. Are you trying to get to the land? Was my next question though.
Yes.
Okay.
How far are
So
we
as
from
you
the
guys-
dragon? Is he on the other side? Is he near us?
He's very close. So it's a very small cavern in here. And as you like kind of like get to the land and start to clamber on, the dragon's probably like 40, 50 feet away from you.
Fuck me.
And you see its head just slightly like shifts and moves around.
The
And
moment we're on land, I want my shield back.
you see Dayon quickly like reaches into his bag, pulls the shield out, hands it to you, and you look around. Now all of you see like the little like fissure gap like in front of the dragon, which seems to be the way forward. But as you take another step, that water you spilled earlier, Estrogen, you see Divana steps onto it as it makes a splash.
Oh.
And you just hear a and it like stirs and moves and starts to get up. I'm gonna need, this is soft, but I'm gonna need an initiative from everyone.
Oh.
No worries.
Many
Hey
worries.
guys, y'all.
It's a blue dragon. We're level 6. We're gonna be fine.
That's
No,
when
that's
you
a-
also
that's a
Dragon, we're
callback.
level 6. We're gonna be fine.
as you
Yes.
say that
y'all.
and think that, Sapphire, you notice all
No.
of you are covered in water. So is the entire floor of this rock you're standing on.
Yeah.
And you
No,
know the
I
element blue
did not
dragons
say that.
use.
I did not say that. This is me harking back to what
I
Hector
know.
said
I know,
for.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
this is what I said before. Calm down, y'all. It's a dragon. We're level 6. We're gonna be fine.
It's an initiative, right?
Yes. Let's see. 25 to 20.
I got 23.
I gotta.
25.
Nice.
Three, 20 to 15. 15 to 10.
UBC
I
got a
have a
14.
12.
I have a 14 as well.
14 for UBC. What did Estrogen get?
12.
12. Sapphire also got a 14. Sprout, what you get?
No, we had to roll. Wait. I'm sorry.
Go
I
for it.
spaced
No
out.
worries.
What do I have to roll?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Initiative. Okay, my bad.
What did Devana get?
6.
6.
I got an 18.
18 for Sprout.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my rolls today, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining so far.
Okay. So Jen, Mariloon, and Sprout. The three of you see the exit right there. You see the dragon beginning to stir and move, and you three are quick enough on the draw that you can do something before it wakes up.
If only we had a level 10 scroll of sleep or some shit. I don't know. Even that wouldn't help.
If I just like speak with animals and try to tell it go to sleep.
Firstly give me a nature check, Sprout, and give me an investigation check, Jen.
Nature. 23?
23. You know that dragons are very intelligent creatures and you don't need to speak with animals. They can just talk.
I feel like if it's stirring already, if I try and lull it back to sleep with like a little song.
To you to try that if you want to.
Can I use like a wait? Let me check something.
Jen, on the 22, you see the fissure is a very tight space. It's probably like a tough squeeze for all of you, but it's definitely too small for the dragon.
Ooh.
That changes things.
How far is the fissure? I know I'm not part of this thing.
It's like 40 feet away.
So we could potentially dash to it and just escape through it without it actually seeing us.
3 of them certainly can. For you guys, it might be trickier. But
valid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I think Sprout is gonna move like out, like to make the dragon, if it wakes up, turn its head. It is gonna try like sing it to sleep and let the others go.
A performance check.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
That is fine. Watch me. I got wait. With the +4, I got a 17 twice in a row. I got the same number twice in a row.
A good roll. Not enough for a dragon to somewhat wake up and hear a stranger singing to it while it's trying to sleep.
It's trying to like
and
go back to sleep. I did not mean.
Jen, what are you doing at that same moment? Yes.
Will it give like people time to at least get to the tunnel?
See?
Like
this is all gonna happen within a second, essentially. So you'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick computer processing. Do I think a party of this size, there's enough chance for us all to get past before the dragon wakes up? I'm going to guess probably not. I don't think I probably need to roll. I think it's going to be a tough ask, right?
From your investigation, it'll probably be like some people might take a few hits on the way out, but you can certainly manage to outrun this with all of you. It physically can't follow insane.
Okay. Next question. Quick assessment. Who do I think is the most imposing physical specimen of this group?
Egglet.
Apart from the dragon. Egglet. Cool. I cast Enlarge on Egglet.
Oh my god.
You cast Enlarge on Egglet? he grows to like 12 feet tall. This
Oh, no.
just
But can he fit through the thing?
he went from half giant to an actual
I
giant
can drop
suddenly.
concentration.
Cool.
I can
you
drop
cast-
concentration when we get to the fissure, but
You cast enlarge. What do you do after that?
and I just look at everybody and go, "We need to run," and I point to the fissure.
All right. So do you run?
I run.
So you cover 30 feet, you're 10 feet away from it. You run up, catch up to as close as you can. Merlin, what are you doing? You've seen these two do these specific things. What are you doing at the same moment?
Well, I was seeing how much my DC for Stunning Strike is, and I don't think that dragon's gonna care about that, really. So I'm just gonna run.
Yeah. I think you can just get to the fissure in one turn. Like, yeah.
I'm quick.
Yeah. You just sprint on in. You just like run past Jen and like just like kind of duck and like dive into the like side chamber essentially.
I do the new first-person shooter thing where you can slide into something.
Yep. Just like thudding into the wall and like just hiding behind it. As these three things happen, you see as you're singing to it, Sprout, eye opens. Big, beady eye. And it just like kind of, focuses in on you as the pupil kind of like gets sharp and almost regarding you for a moment. And in a burst of just this booming anger, its head just like begins to raise as it just goes, "Who enters my lair without permission? Trespassers! You would sing to me? I am Pavzravi, the eruption of water, the tempest of the sea, and all of you are a meal." And as it's saying this, I need all of you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Other than Marilyn.
You're brutal today.
Oh, that's fucking awful. Hold up. Do I have anything for this?
What
never
math?
mind.
18. Oh god, my nose.
19.
I am gonna use my inspiration. because that was-
23.
Wait, wisdom. Oh wait, actually, wait. No, I don't think an 11 is gonna do that. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Much better. That's 23.
23.
I also want to try and talk to the dragon to see if I can.
Am I the only one who's failing?
What you get?
It doesn't matter.
I
Sapphire,
mean,
No
I
wonder
failed
it's-
originally, but yeah. No.
I got a
I'm really
14.
high wisdom. It's one of the few things. It's kind of a UBC thing.
anyone who got under a 17 is frightened.
Motherfucker. Frightened
Wait,
doesn't
fucking
mean you
use
can't talk,
inspiration
right?
that.
Frightened just means
Okay.
you're you
Frightened means you can't move closer to it.
move closer is
So
fine.
you have to
Nobody's
be
fighting
one
on
to-
you.
bad fighter.
Which means
Wait,
no, which means
Can I
which means
roll
no going
back
towards
one?
the fissure, right?
Yeah.
Oh
'Cause
wait, it's close to the fissure.
It's
Mhm.
standing
okay,
right
yes.
behind it, right? So you
We
can't
have to
approach
go
it.
past it to get to the fissure.
And
Did Caster fail
Yeah.
or no?
you kind of like
don't
in your
know.
own panic turn over. His legs are shaking. And
I hope he pisses himself.
just
I hope he.
He
Jeez.
looks up and you hear him say, and you barely hear him say it, as you just hear a very muffled, "Don't you know who I am?"
Oh no.
And You
Oh,
just
they
see
shut
I
like
the
hope
fuck
he gets
up.
Correct.
eaten.
Correct,
you
Hector.
just see Barabbas is fully like in front of him with like the shield drawn, undeterred, and he's just like holding his ground. And you see the dragon looks around at all of you, sees a couple of you kind of, kind of flinch back in fear, and it just goes. I suppose I owe you one thing. And looks at Eglet. At least some of you will be worth more than a bite to eat. And you see Eglet also looks up and goes, I mean, if you insist, I guess I can eat you.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Nice.
Eglet so much, but why, Eglet? Why?
Dragon's mouth slightly opens as he just seethes in anger. As you see around the base of its claws on the floor, where it kind of like straightens up and preens itself, sparks of lightning kind of trickle past the water.
Before anything happens, do I
Yes.
recognize this one now?
Nope.
Is it a chromatic dragon? Is it a metallic
It's
dragon?
chromatic. It's chromatic. It's a blue
definitely
dragon.
chromatic. It's a blue dragon.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I need to clarify. I needed to clarify. And I am also
Yeah, yeah.
chromatic, or am I metallic?
You are metallic.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. I always get those two confused. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this. I don't know if it's my turn on initiative or not, but like I'm gonna try.
Go on.
He said his name, right? What was his name again?
Pavs Ravi.
Pavs. Okay, I'm just gonna stand, not walk. I'm just gonna grab onto Eglet's arm to steady myself and just be like, Pavs Ravi, I come with a direct message from Bahamut. The war is over. Bahamut and Tiamat have made up. They both agreed to stop fighting
Oh,
each other,
God.
and I have been sent as an emissary from both of them to relay this information to all dragons. And I hold up the Bahamut thing that I have on me. While I'm whispering to the others to run, you fuckers, run.
Roll me a deception
Oh
with
my
disadvantage.
God.
No, disadvantage. Okay, fair.
Fly.
It's so funny though. I
Look.
love it. Perfect.
It's
You
better
tell me
than
when
last
it's my
time.
turn.
It's better. It is better than last time when it was like, oh, dragon. No. You are a metallic dragon.
Oh, that's
This
a
is a
14.
chromatic
Fuck.
dragon.
14. Just snickers. Oh, do you think you think me a fool? You come here, silver child, with fake, false reports of deities. You think I will believe the word of a Bahamut spawn? That peace has arrived when I have invaders in my home. And it opens its mouth, and just this crackling
Fucking hell.
burst of lightning shoots out. Everyone other than Merloon, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, before that,
Um,
when it starts to open its mouth, since I now have the spider staff, can I try to web it close?
Are we just forgetting about initiative, y'all? Like,
I got
No.
I will say you
23.
did go do your turn though, right? You did do your
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
sorry, I
I'll
don't want
say
to be
you
mean,
can't-
but like,
Okay.
I'm waiting
No,
for
so-
everyone else to go because
I'm
I
just
want to
asking.
use a fucking persuasion
the people
on
who
this guy.
went, Jan Sprout Merloon had a higher initiative than the dragon.
Yeah.
That's why they got to go. Then the
Yeah.
dragon's going. Now, Sapphire had a RP thing that they tried and it failed. Now the dragon is taking its turn.
yeah.
And then
that's
we'll
just-
get to the
yeah.
others. Wait,
Exactly.
Aziz has a question.
yes, Aziz.
the Frighten doesn't affect dex saving throws, right? Only ability
It
checks and attack rolls.
shouldn't. Correct. It shouldn't affect
Oh,
that. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so you said a dexterity saving throw, right?
So,
Do y'all see my message in VT? Because I keep putting my rolls in there, but for me it's not loading.
If that happens, it's
yeah.
a reroll.
Yeah,
You got a 21
reroll.
right now, right?
Yeah, I got a 21. Yeah.
You should see what I rolled.
Natural 1 for a total of -1 for estrogen.
Oh my god.
But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I use my ring of evasion, the action.
Please do.
All right, I got a 14.
Oh, it's fine.
I got a 4.
Okay. Anyone who got under 16 fails.
Damn.
Whoever got under 16 takes. Oh dear.
I have, hold on. let me-
55 lightning damage.
I
I'm
have
out.
a 16.
That would have
That
been
down.
would down me. That would
I'm
down
out.
me instantly.
I take half, right?
I'm out.
On success,
Yeah,
you
me
take
too.
half.
I'm
Oh, success
Ow.
take half.
27.
What? 26? No,
27?
you said 40.
Yeah.
You said 45 was the original?
55.
55.
Oh fuck. Okay, so
27.
27.
yeah, I'm out, guys. Like
Go.
completely.
You see lightning crackles through the floor, electrifies, and like just kind of creates this lightning cage around you for a moment. And your BC drops. You see Risf drops. You see Eglith is fine.
Gender drop.
Jen drops. Uh,
Oh, please tell me. Please tell me that
Caster,
that
full health.
Fuck her.
Rabus
Bitch
is
ass.
thanking for him.
Oh, tofu dos gâții mătii de...
You see Barabbas just with his shield, like as the lightning dissipates and the smoke clears, he just like lowers his like scorched shield in places. He looks a little like scorched on feathers and whatnot, a little hurt, and he just takes like a deep breath. He's still up.
that's okay.
And
It's dark fantasy. This is the world
have
where
a
the bad guys
question.
win.
I have a
Sorry, that was a
question.
little. Sorry, Tan. That was really
That's-
spicy. I didn't
that's
mean it
not
like
how
that.
it works. It's okay.
And I
But-
have a question.
Yes.
Why?
It's how it goes. You
Okay,
saw a
so-
dragon, you roll low.
Who is down?
Yes. So
Down,
dragon does that.
down.
Sapphire, I think, is still up.
Yeah.
Which means I would lose concentration on enlarge, so
Yeah.
Eglith would
Eglith
go
would
back
then
to the
So
normal
wait, so
guys.
your BC went down. Did Jen go down?
Jen is down.
Okay.
Hands down.
Vrist was down. Who else?
Rest is down. Dagon is barely up.
Oh?
Eglith is up. Barabbas is hurt but up.
Why the fuck am I no longer a cleric?
Is Sprout up? Is Sprout up?
Sprout is up, I believe.
I'm up. I'm up.
Okay.
I can.
At that point, it is Dagon's turn. He just looks around and what the fuck just happened? Yeah, go on.
I would like to use my reaction.
What's your reaction?
Oh,
I'm going to use
Oh wait,
hellish.
fuck.
I'm going to use hellish.
Same,
rebuke.
yes, same.
Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah.
All
This,
right.
this
wait.
fucker, when he refuses to whatever, I just look at him and I'm like, fine, go fuck yourself. And I just snap my fingers and I point at him, and that's my hellish rebuke. No, I actually do like, Sebastian, a little help would be nice. I'm not calling him. I'm just like, referencing him as a deity
sure.
to, anyway.
the hellish rebuke. The
yeah.
flavor is Sebastian. Like, ow!
Yeah. Wow.
Sebastian
That is-
slap his
JR.
balls.
15 damage. Let's go.
JRPG shit.
15
I love
fire
it.
damage.
15, yeah. You do see this dragon is like in this cramped space. It can't really dodge very well in here, and it just tanks that. It takes it. And how much damage is it for Divana's hellish rebuke?
I'm actually reconsidering. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna.
Cool.
I'm gonna save something else. Go on, save my reaction.
Dagon, it's his turn. He looks at the scene and he just kind of like yells out, "All right, everyone, to the fucking tunnel. Let's not fight over here." And he will. Yeah, he's gonna do this. He's gonna use his action to pick up Risk, kind of like sling him over his shoulder, and he's gonna run up 30 feet and kind of chuck Risk towards Mariloon, essentially. And like Mariloon, you kind of like popping out to see what the fuck's happening, and you just see this like tiny kobold get flung at you who's unconscious, and he just like kind of lands in your arms, and he is bleeding out. And
Oh boy.
then Dagon will use his bonus action to Misty Step into the tunnel himself. And then you BC roll me a death saving throw.
On it. All right, got a success.
Yep. Then Sapphire, what are you doing?
Okay, so who all are down? Yeah, GBC is down. Jendar is down, right?
Jen.
And Risk.
But
And
Jen is too
Risk
far
is
away
already
from
in
me.
the tunnel.
Yeah.
Jen is too far away from me. I can't get to him, and I'm still frightened. Right.
You are frightened, yes.
So to get rid of the frightened, is that an action or what is it?
At the end of your turn, you roll the save.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna reach down, grab UBC, and I'm gonna slap him across the face and be like, "Wake up! This is not time to sleep." And I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying.
Your VC is stable.
Yeah, and I'm gonna actually quicken that spell and cast Spare the Dying.
Ooh, all right, yeah.
And as my second action, I'm gonna reach into my pocket, pull out my wand of magic missile, and I'm gonna fuck this guy
my
in the face.
inventory.
What?
Is it? I have one in my inventory. Do we have two? Unless
you
unless
had
you have,
one, but one of you
or
had
you
it,
can
yeah.
have it. Yeah, you can have it. Then I'll remove it from mine. I don't know why it's in mine.
Oh, there was some confusion because the Wand of
Okay.
Magic Missile was given to for the fight in the arena.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
But it was
Sapphire has
supposed to go
Yeah.
to you long
No,
term.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Sapphire has
yeah.
it.
No
Go for
worries.
it.
Got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Wand of Magic Missile. I'm gonna cast it at 6th level because I want to retain one charge because I don't want to risk it breaking.
Yup.
And so that is 3 plus 6. That is 9 d4 plus 9 damage.
Correct.
Okay. It's not a lot, but
Hey man, every bit helps.
whoa, that's a lot of dice. My PC is not happy today. I don't know what's going on.
It's one of those tech days.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like my Chrome just froze. It's 28, if I can see it properly.
Plus
Yeah.
9. Yeah, 28
Yeah.
plus 9, right? So.
Oh, I rolled 94 plus 9, so
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
let me confirm.
It just says 94, that's why.
Oh, okay. So then plus 8, yeah.
37.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just. Oh, basically like a machine gun of arcane bullets start like firing out of this wand, just like pelting into the
actually,
side of this dragon.
Before
Yeah.
I confirm where I'm hitting, can I see any like stalagmites or stalactites up top that I can attack that'll land on him and pierce his fucking thing? Or is that too far?
Give me a perception. Let's see if you spot any.
Okay.
Why not? That makes sense.
Because if we impale him, then, come on, dice, don't. Oh, that's a 6. That does fuck all.
All right. Yeah, you don't notice any like large enough essentially to cause a problem for this guy.
That's right. So I'm just gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, look, I tried. You want to be a shithead? We'll do this then. And I'm just gonna bombard him with all of my stuff. I can't move because I'm frightened. So I'm just gonna try to get rid of the frightened condition, I guess. That's a wisdom save, right?
Yes, it's wisdom.
Cool. Ah, that's a 9.
You are still quaking.
Yeah.
And then we have Eglet. Eglet sees you quaking. He, instead of going into a rage, is gonna pick you and put you like under his arm essentially. And he's just gonna start like lumbering his way over and is gonna grab Jen with his other arm as he puts an entire Warforged over his shoulder.
Hell yeah.
He rolled a 30 on athletics
Holy shit.
and is then gonna just look over to the fissure, and I'm gonna make one more check so he can get past all of that. All right, the dragon's gonna take one opportunity attack on him. All right. So you see, he just like grabs it. He starts to run. The dragon like sees him like running past and goes, "Where do you think you're going?" Ah! And just like claws into his back as he like flinches and just, and he just keeps running through. Like he just powers through it, and he gets all of the down people into the fissure. That is Eglet's turn.
Nice.
Estrogen.
Okay, I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Question the first. Does face stepping into the fissure also count as moving towards the dragon?
I will allow a face step.
Well, yeah. So the first thing I do is use my bonus action to just face step myself into the fissure.
And as you break line of sight, you're no longer frightened.
Oh, lovely. My second question.
Yeah.
What is the size of the dragon?
It is. Well done. It's huge.
Ah, shit. Okay. Onto that.
Damn, have I been left alone
I-
with the giant dragon?
Can I just spend my action to stabilize one of the down people?
Yeah. If you don't have a spell, roll me medicine. Who are you trying to
Oh.
stabilize?
Who is left? Jendar. I'll stabilize Jendar, I guess.
Okay.
Am I good at medicine? No, I'm not. Oh, hey, 17.
All right. Yeah, Jen, you're stable. You quickly look at like the central core that's kind of like going crazy. You place your hand on it, and you just see that same unstable arcana leak out of your hand, and it just kind of like surrounds the core in like this arcane sphere, and it just stops flickering. And at which point it's Risf. I have to roll a death save for Risf. All right. Then we have Tivana.
How far am I from the fissure?
You still haven't moved, yes? So 40 feet.
I haven't. I'm gonna move.
You also have, I believe, Yabisi near you down.
Oh, was BC not taken?
No, yeah, BC was taken by.
No,
Or
your BC
has a
by
new
grab.
Sapphire.
No.
Sapphire took
Right?
a BC though.
No.
Sapphire
was
stabilized
still-
Yabisi.
Sapphire
Oh,
stabilized
but
me.
Sapphire is
fuck.
still there?
I forgot
Sapphire
stabilize
has been
doesn't
taken
Sapphire
by
got
Eglet.
picked up by Eglet.
Yeah.
No, stabilize
Oh.
doesn't heal, right?
No.
Fuck.
No.
No.
Oh, that's my
then
bad.
it
I'm
just
sorry.
makes it-
It just,
No,
it
listen,
just-
it's okay. It's okay. I got this is what I'm gonna do. I use my action to give a healing potion to UBC, or down it rather.
Roll me a medicine check.
For a healing potion.
Yeah, unconscious person. You're helping them drink it.
Oh right. 15.
Yeah, go for it. Roll potion.
Okay. Yeah. So that's
What's your negative at UBC?
0, right? Because I
No, I had
stabilized.
spare the die.
Oh, you're
Oh,
stable.
zero
You're at
was,
0.
Use
Perfect.
He cast
that's-
spare
You'll
the
be up
die.
regardless. Yeah, you'll be up regardless.
Yeah, that's UBC. That's the 7 points healing for you.
You're up at 7.
Once you're up, Divana goes like run and will use movement and then Misty Step bonus action. That's all of my things.
You're
so
not frightened?
No, I'm not frightened.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, you fucking full clear the place and you're out of there. And then we have Barabbas is gonna just grab Caster, get to safety. And you see, he kind of throws Caster in, and he himself stays outside of the fissure, looking over at Yabisi and Sprout, kind of like waiting for you guys to run in first before he is like kind of covering the rear. So he kind of just has his like tower shield up near the exit of the fissure and is waiting for you guys to kind of get through. Then don't think Sprout, you're up.
Okay, perfect. Sprout is gonna get a bit like further from the dragon, and as soon as people are in his line of vision, everybody is getting like wait, who's like hurt at the moment, like down hurt, like almost close to death hurt.
Well,
So it's
Yabisi's still out,
Yabisi.
right?
Yabisi's
and
only has
Wrist-
7 hit points.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Wrist
but
is-
still.
But Wrist
Yeah.
in the fissure, but is down. But I don't think you can reach.
So
Wrist
we have
isn't stable,
Yabisi.
No.
So we have Yabisi. Okay,
Is Jendar.
Oh, Jen is Jen is up. But Wrist is the only one actively dying at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I can reach him, I think, with the. I mean, considering I got further away, 30 feet, it should reach.
I think you can
because
reach
my
Wrist, yeah.
my
You're close to it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like in between Yabisi and the
Yeah,
fissure, sort of, and it's like I'm gonna, 1, 2, 3. It's like, and actually I can reach 6 people, so it's going to be, I think, everyone here, apart from is someone here that didn't take like any damage from the dragon?
Me.
Okay, apart from you, then everyone here at the table, and then so everyone should be stable, and then Sprout is gonna, since I can't exactly sprint anymore, I wanna talk to the dragon.
Okay.
That's worked out so well. It's worked out so well.
I can't do
no,
shit
you can
anymore.
run.
You can run.
You
I
can
can't
run.
anymore. I lose my. I think. Like,
you have used your movement to get closer to the dragon, so you are not as far from the fissure. You can get to it in one movement.
You can run.
Oh, okay.
You
okay.
can
Remember, you walked up
hide.
to do
But
it.
as
Did we get
he's,
healing?
as he's running, he's still gonna like apologize to the dragon.
Cool.
He's gonna be like, he's a little guy. He's gonna be like, we didn't mean to wake you up. I know people get cranky when they get waken up, and it's okay. The mother tree told me that happens to everyone, even almighty powerful people. And I hope you have a nice sleep after these. We didn't mean to steal anything. I promise. I'm sorry. And then he just goes to the fissure.
Yep.
He was trying to be nice, you know.
How much healing did we get? I didn't hear.
Right. I didn't roll that yet. It should be 3d8 plus 8. Let me roll that real quick.
You're doing mass cure wounds?
I'm doing prayer of healing.
A prayer of healing is a minute cast, I believe, or something.
Yeah, it's
like
a long cast.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, that's a long cast.
Yeah, that's a long cast.
It's-
If you look,
Yeah,
I thought you were
true.
using your channel
if
divinity
you
or
look at
something.
casting time.
I can use channel divinity. That would be 15 points divided to everyone.
However you
though.
want, yeah.
So that would be like 2 hit points everyone. Wait, I have the Wait, because I have multiple things that I can. But this one is only for one person. Wait,
I mean,
let
the
me
people who are like stabilized, you can give them the 2 hit points; they'll be up.
Yeah, but it's fine. I'll just give them berries after that, and it should heal them more. Because I have enough berries to heal the people who are down. I think.
So mark your channel divinity.
Yeah.
You run past. Merlin, you're safe right now. Is there anything you want to do from the tunnel itself before the dragon
So-
goes?
It's Barabbas and Yabisi out there.
Yeah, Barabbas is kind of like right outside the tunnel. He's kind of holding the like line essentially for everyone to get through.
Okay, I peek back
I'm
out.
up as well, Tan, so I would get a go before the dragon, right?
I peek back out, tell Barabbas, buy me some time. I run out to Yabisi,
All right.
pick you up, and I use let's see. What's my bonus action? Step of Wind?
All
The
right.
win.
Yeah, Step of the Wind to dash and then go back.
Hell yeah. You pick up your BC, you turn around and with just like this fleet-footed sprint with like this entire big ass like elf on your like back, you just like run your way back in. And you see the dragon like is like kind of trying to swipe at you, and Barabbas like pulls up his warhammer and he kind of just like parries the claw away with that, and he again like just plants his shield down as you run past and you're safe. Jen, anything?
Yeah. So Jen is going to stand up, put a hand on Divana's shoulder, and then go blind and deaf.
Oh yes, I
and
remember.
Rivet
Mm-hmm.
is going to hop up onto a rock next to the dragon
Okay.
and cast Fireball.
Fucking let's
Okay.
go.
Let's go.
I'm gonna roll
Just
a luck check.
apologize.
I'm gonna roll a luck check to see if Rivet got caught in the lightning breath.
Oh my god.
Fair.
You know what?
Well, Caster
That's
was fine,
17.
right?
We'll take it. Caster was fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
so
17.
he should
It's
be
just
fine.
been hiding on Caster, so it's just been getting Barabbas level of protection. And
Yeah.
Rivet like jumps to the
So
side. You
just,
cast Fireball, Dex save.
Yeah, DC 15.
The dragon fails.
Yes.
Then the dragon takes 28 points of fire damage.
All right. And more so than that, you see, essentially like the dragon like trying to rise up. I'm gonna do 1d6 roll to see if it gets his breath weapon back real quick. It does not.
Let's go.
Oh,
You
thank
see,
God.
it's kind of like beginning to like raise itself up, like cowards, interlopers, thieves, and like just a small ticking sound of like a clock and cogs almost, and then just a and from this clockwork frog, just a fireball erupts out. And as the explosion hits, you see it's a small cavern, and the rocks and whatnot begin to get like blasted off and just fall. And as they fall onto like this pile of wealth and gold, all kinds of stuff, it just like crumples on top of the dragon as it kind of winces back in pain. And a bunch of the gold kind of falls into the water off to the side, and it fully shifts its attention to that and goes, "Oh!" And in the chaos, smoke kicking up everywhere from like the explosion itself, River jumps back down and runs back in, safe. And you see like Dagon like quickly like stands back up. Like everyone kind of like just jumped in here, taking a breath. Dagon stands up quickly. Let's keep moving deeper before it realizes we're still here. And he just turns like to look at everyone, looks over at Risf, and he tosses Risf like a potion. And like Risf like barely awake from like the 2 healing he got. Just like takes it quickly, sips on it, and Yeah. Do you guys follow Dagon as he like basically starts like running deeper into this tunnel?
Yeah.
Uh,
Get the
I'd
fuck
like
out
to-
of here.
How big is this tunnel?
Like tiny. It's like 5 feet wide. It's just
And
going
how-
way further than you thought.
How deep does it go?
You don't know? You don't see the end?
You don't know.
Okay. That's fair. When Eglith picked me up, did that break line of sight on the dragon?
Yeah, you're not frightened.
Okay. I want to like.
Yeah.
I feel like there might be a problem here. Sapphire,
Oh no! Oh no! Not this!
how badly damaged does the dragon look?
Oh.
Roll me an insight.
Oh, I can't believe this.
It's my own fault. I can't. Yeah, that's a 9.
9?
Fucking
Does
hell.
look pretty hurt. It did
I look
just
at-
get a bunch of rocks crash on it, and
Yeah.
it took a fireball.
I hit it with my magic missile.
Yeah.
I look at Dagon, I look at Barabbas, and I'm like, we have to exit from here anyway. When we leave, we don't know
See,
what
Barabbas turns around to that, and
Hey.
he's like, "We don't know that actually.
exactly. We don't know that. So like, we might have to go back through here. So why not kill him now?
No, I mean the water we came through is pushing water into the chamber. I don't know if we're going to be able to fight the stream to break past it. I
We need
think
to kill the dragon though, because this is isn't it the gold that Castle wanted? He wanted the stuff here, right? Expedition. This is gold. This is part of his
Sapphire,
expedition
no.
thing.
you see Barabbas kind of like looks at you like, I mean, I don't mind trying to kill the thing, but fighting a dragon in a close space usually leads to some casualties.
Can I insight check Sapphire's intentions?
Yeah, same.
Sure.
Yep. I also have a passive insight of 15. I don't know how that gets me, but I rolled higher, so I rolled.
Sapphire, roll
22.
whatever you think is the appropriate roll here.
I'm not sure. I think.
Deception or persuasion?
There is no role for like bloodlust, right? So
I'll say it's a performance. It's a performance.
fair. Okay, performance is good.
I would say it's a performance.
That's an 11.
11.
I rolled
You guys
22.
are clocking. that
Sapphire
Sapphire
has
is
like
yeah.
teeth
No,
bared.
I'm
You
not.
can see drool.
I'm not, Dad.
dripping.
I'm not.
Then
I rolled a nat
Is that a
I
nat
will-
one?
You think Sapphire is trying to save your exit and is protecting you, especially you, because now you're engaged.
Oh god.
Is there
No,
space
you're
you
right.
can move to Sapphire at all?
What's that?
Is there space so I can move to Sapphire? 'Cause
Yeah, you
no,
can
I
kind of
can't.
like squeeze past people.
Yeah, we'll
that-
move
that's
to
fair.
Sapphire and we'll gently put a hand on their arm. Like, Sapphire, we can't do that.
I need to kill him.
You saw
We
what
need to kill him. I
you
need to.
saw- you saw what it did to us. It wiped many people out in one go.
You didn't see what it did. What the
Ivana.
other one did at the island when you were taken. You didn't see what happened to me there.
I don't.
I need to do this. I need to take him down. I need to eat
No,
its
you
heart so that I can.
Sapphire.
Oh, you said it.
Sapphire.
Okay.
Yeah, it slips out.
I think you'd be
Are you walking away?
Interrupt.
Yeah.
Or not walk over, but shout.
yeah.
And it's just going to say, because I don't want to yell over my fellow players, but my character is going to yell. Is going to be like, Sapphire! I was there! That thing dropped
You
me!
encouraged me to do it. This is on
And-
you.
One moment!
All right, no fighting.
Let's-
We have to leave.
We need to go!
I cannot leave it here like this. It's going to regain its abilities. It's going to attack whoever else comes out. Who knows
Going
how?
to
Don't
kill
attack
us.
us.
Sapphire, do you want
Who
that?
else is coming in here?
Sapphire, are you willing to risk all of our lives?
I feel like
Muted, Mike.
if you need to get Sapphire away from here, as Steve, someone is going to have to drag them away. They're
I'll
not.
try.
You see,
I would have
I'm
if my
gonna do a
insight
roll
roll
real
was
quick.
good.
Hold on.
We are
Yeah.
we are very close to death here.
What
You-
is
you
death to a
see-
god? What is death to a dragon?
You hear just Dagon from like the front of like the tunnel just shout back, "It's still fucking death! We've killed the dragon!" And you see, you feel a very big hand on your shoulder, Sapphire, as you see. Eglet looks down at you, and he very like just calmly just like looks at you and goes,
I mean, I would want nothing more than to have a good fight, but I mean, look at little Gray,
and he points to like Risk.
look at the rest of us. People are hurting. We need to first take care of our own before we do anything else, right?
Fine, but we're coming back for this thing. Promise me we're going to come back for this thing.
We're gonna come back for this thing.
No.
I'll go back with you.
We're gonna.
Sure, yeah, promise. I'm not Faye or whatever the fuck.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yes,
think.
Sprout.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're muted.
I think you're
Muted,
muted.
Sprout.
While everyone was fighting, Sprout has his like hands over his like where his
Yeah.
ears would be, I suppose. But then after like people are talking about healing, Sprout is like, "Oh wait, that's my job. I can do that. I can help." And Sprout is gonna sit down while still has
as
no
you-
ears. He doesn't
A-
like
As you sit down, immediately a hand comes to pick you up from like Eglet again. He's just like,
No, first we move in. Let's get away from the big thing. And
I mean, technically, we got Sprout cast this while just sitting on Eglets.
Yeah, he can. He's just
I'm gonna
like,
say no.
what?
It's a cramped
No?
space here.
Oh, okay.
But
Then
I'm going.
then Sprout
to...
is gonna like if Eglet is picking like them up and he's gonna be like, wait, no, I was gonna and he's kind of like wiggling around like trying to get down. but they need he and he's gonna like pluck I believe I had 2 berries a
Yes.
day, right? Okay. Who's looking the worst from everyone apart from the like who else is like down most points?
Resf and Jen.
Jen.
Okay, then there's one berry for
And Yabisi. Yabisi got more healing than his right now.
I am
is
on
why-
2.
you've got 2 hit points.
That's true.
Shit.
How long do
But
the
I have-
berries last?
9.
Yeah,
Okay.
no one's doing great here right now.
Yeah,
no one's
no,
doing
but
great.
I'm gonna do more
you
healing
see-
later. The
Yeah, so
problem is I'm
you
being
guys just
picked
hand the
up.
berries. Yeah, you guys hand the berries. You start moving in.
Yeah.
Like it's only a couple minutes, and you hear like the distant shouts and thuds of the dragon like stop after a while almost, and you don't hear anything further. And it's kind
Dan,
of lost your sight. Yeah.
One thing I'd like to do while leaving, like because Eglet has grabbed me and he's dragging me away, right? I'm gonna turn around, leave, and I'm gonna hit the dragon with a chill touch. I'm like, I'm gonna come back for you, motherfucker. just
Roll me
a chill.
to hit.
Yeah,
Roll me a-
because-
Wait, you're going back to the dragon?
What do you have to touch
no,
the
just
dragon
not
for
a
chill
fast
touch?
going
No,
at
it's a ranged attack.
No, chill touch is like 30 feet.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
misleading.
yeah, no,
Well,
chill
it's
so-
because
touch
it
is a
produces
lie.
a hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is like while leaving, he's gonna turn around and he's gonna hit it with it while Barabbas is literally over Barabbas's shoulder, just
yeah.
as a like what's the word for it? Fuck, I can't think of the word. Adding an exclamation point to the fuck you. Basically, that's what it is.
What's your spell attack?
That's a 26.
26.
That should hit, right?
Yeah, that fucking hits. You just like
That's a 9.
slap it, you just it's just getting more angry, like it doesn't know what the fuck's happening. It's just covered in like a dust cloud right now.
Yeah.
And
I'm just gonna yell at it. Try healing from that, motherfucker. And I don't. It's only one round, but Sapphire is not thinking straight. Well, they never think straight, but you know what I mean.
yeah. You all move in, and you see after moving in a while later, rather than like the cavernous kind of like tunnel you're moving through, you see kind of proper stonework on the floor suddenly. Like, still aged and decrepit, but like,
Sapphire stonework?
no,
No, like
band.
regular stonework.
And you see there's like a little bit of a open, like kind of semicircular alcove. And from there, you see there is a little like staircase going down and into what looks like a tower of sorts. And you see you are inside the dome at the very least. And you see in front of you is this like, long tower, this staircase that's also leading in is like one of like the top floors of the tower. The rest goes way, way further beneath you as you realize you're on like one of the upper levels. And you look around, the city is very vertical, like these ruins of the city. You see causeways and bridges connecting all of these big parapets and towers all around these ruins on like almost like these upper level streets. And they're like multi-level, like every few levels there's different buildings connected to different buildings, and it kind of just goes down and down a couple 100 feet all the way down to what you see in the distance very vaguely is the street level, where it's like big open like stone streets and like all kinds of smaller buildings or even grander ones, but like not towering or anything like that. In the distance you also see on like the street level another smaller dome, very similar to the big one you've entered, but like a smaller dome which seems to be surrounding some like greenery of sorts. And in a couple other places you see like random motes of light here or they're flickering. You see in a few corners here or there of like these ruins, some of the towers even right now are actively like just like some parts of it break away and fall, like it's very much on its last legs. And I will say Jen and Sapphire, give me a history check.
19.
19.
Jesus Christ, this is taking so fucking long. It's a 13.
13. Cool. I'll say, Jen, you look at like the little causeway and like the tower in front of you, and the architecture is different, but very similar to the architecture you might have like read about, which is very Asima in nature. This is very akin to the architecture of a lot of the older buildings in Ibrikal, probably. If not more archaic and slightly different, but at the same time, parts of the city look far more polished than Ibrikal. Like you can kind of make out like from just how things are set up, even in their ruined state. Like when this place was functioning, it was probably very intelligently structured. And whatever this building and tower is, these look like multiple towers which have some kind of arcane purpose to them. They seem to have either been maybe the quarters of some wizard or so, like some big mage essentially. They also seem to have been placed almost like a perimeter around the entire ruins, and you get the feeling at the very least that probably served some kind of a function back in the day. But yeah, you guys are like in the corner. Now my question here is, are you guys gonna take a short rest, or are you just grabbing some heal spells and moving?
Are you basically like, I think that we should, since
We
we
should rest.
evaded death, we should take
Yeah, short
little
rest,
rest here.
please.
All right. So you guys can like set up around this alcove. Castor like takes a deep breath, looks over to Barabbas, looks at Merloon, and he just looks at Merloon and just goes, "Right. Well, are we going to be taking a breather here then?"
Yes, we should.
You tell me, motherfucker, you're the one who was shaking in his boots.
He kind of turns to you and he goes, "So you quite
Yeah.
paralyzed by fear yourself?"
Yeah, I'm not denying it. I'm not the one who's questioning our decision to take a rest.
I mean, we are all pretty shaken up and beaten up.
Well, if that's the case, I will avail myself to a little respite as well. And he kind of like goes off a little away from you guys and finds himself like a little like spot to sit, like near the alcove as well. And
Can I check with Riz to see how he's doing? And after
yeah,
that,
as you go to check, he also messages Marilyn again and just says, "If you are in need of any potions or the like, I have instructed Barabbas to hand out a few spares as needed. For between the three of us, of course." And he like basically lets you know, like, if after the short rest you still need a potion, Barabbas can hook you up. But you go to check on Dagon and Risf, Divana. You see Risf is fully like curled up and just like kind of shaking.
I'm gonna sort of kneel next to him and knowing from sort of almost experience, will sort of like try and either make eye contact or make sure that he acknowledged me, like, Riz?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. And then we'll gently sort of like slowly reach, put a hand on his shoulder just to see how he reacts, if he's okay to touch or not.
He almost has like a delayed reaction, like you touch about the shoulder and then he like looks and notices and he just goes, "Oh, I'm fine. I just didn't expect there to be
Yeah.
a dragon there."
Do you need a hug?
A hug? From who?
Me?
Mm.
You don't have to.
And you see, kind of just like stares at you with like a wide eye. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't have to. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't have
no. I know. This is more so to see how
Yeah.
comforting of a presence you're being
Okay.
right now.
Well, that's good. Well, persuasion?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 22.
22. You see, he doesn't say anything, but he just very like slowly like presses
Yeah.
his head, he does,
And
and just
Ivana will
starts
just wrap
crying
around
and like
him.
very like
Yeah.
lightly.
Ivana will wrap their arms around him and just hold him and sort of like rub his back and try and like let him stay for as much as he wants.
Yeah, couple minutes. Like he kind of just like relaxes and like pulls back. He goes, I'll be fine. I'll help with any clerical spells or what like. Yeah, go on.
You make sure to heal yourself and heal others. Take care of people. Ivana also still still has her, but Ivana will later take care of that. So
yeah. As you're like talking, are you busy? What were you saying?
EBC is going to pull out his panpipes and play a very soft, gentle song to activate Song of Rest. So
Oh, yeah.
anybody who spends hit dice during the short rest will get an additional D6 of healing on top of that. And I also was going to say this would be the perfect time to cast Prayer of Healing because...
I'll say you can hold on the Prayer of Healing until like the short rest is done in case people still need it. You might be able to use smaller spells to handle it then.
True, but
yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
true.
Yeah, I'm going to use Arcane Recovery to get my third level 3 spell slot back.
For sure.
So wait, so who is doing healing before I roll hit die?
You see everyone's kind of patching themselves up. If you want anyone to heal before the hit dice, you can ask them, but obviously...
No, I meant more because I don't know if Sprout was doing prayer or healing or not.
I think I'm gonna hold off and then do like
smaller
spells to like... Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
I've used all my hit dice.
I think Sprout is gonna like roll some hit die, and then he's kind of like sulking in a corner a little bit.
Yeah.
Still used to hit die.
And Devana, you then also check in with Dagon. He seems mostly fine. Like he's hurt, but you see he's just like patching himself up, and you like kind of come back to like check on him. He just like looks at you and just goes, "Oh, not the first time I've taken a breath weapon to the face. It seems you're holding up well as well."
Well, done better, and like Devana's still not at this point, and if I'm still not healed, so still like believable. Like I'll be okay.
18.
Well,
It just
Go on.
more was I don't know. I couldn't do much.
you see,
He's
just
also
looks
gonna
at you like, yeah, go on.
quietly. Sorry, UBC's also gonna quietly meditate. Or nope, he can't. Never mind. I gotta perform for my son rest. Never mind.
Yeah.
I want to use lay on hands, but I'm just gonna have to wait until after the rest to use it.
Yeah, that's fine. You can pop lay on hands afterwards as well. You see, Dagon, when you say that also, like, oh, I felt like I couldn't do anything. He just goes, I mean, it was a dragon in a tiny little cavern. I think we did the best we could, which was get the fuck out of there. Staying there was just gonna get us killed. I don't even know what the fuck is in this place or where this piece of shit has brought us. Whatever is in here, if the dragon was right at the edge of it, I'd imagine it's not gonna get any better. The more we can conserve our strength, the better.
Yeah, I guess. Right, I'm gonna check on Sapphire. Go to Sapphire.
Just like making a little pit stops, you head over to Sapphire.
I don't know what Sapphire's doing, but
Sapphire is pacing back and forth while everyone is settling down, just trying to calm himself. It's like he's never felt like this before. Just rage.
Yeah.
It's mostly rage, but it's also like a lot of bloodlust, and like he feels like he needs a drink, but like not really a drink. Just I feel like going through withdrawal, but not really, is I guess maybe that's basically it. And just pacing back and forth, just muttering under his breath, just like, should have let me fucking at that dragon. I would have eaten
You
his
see, as you're pacing back and forth, Eglith is right behind Sapphire, also pacing back and forth, just to make sure you don't walk in the wrong direction and head back. He's kind of just like keeping an eye on you.
I love Eglith so much. Tan, could I don't know if this was like insight or medicine or something. Could I try and ascertain if what happening is happening to Sapphire, if that's a curse of sorts, or if that is possible to remove with remove curse? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
If that's what you're trying to specifically check,
Or if it
I'll
might
say-
alleviate it at least.
Roll me an Arcana.
Okay, it's not my best skill, but 11.
11.
Right.
You don't think it's a curse, at the very least.
Okay.
So
either
you
way,
know, like dispelling a curse won't do anything at the very least.
Yeah. Either way, the man's gonna walk up to Sapphire and gently try and like put a hand on her arm again. Like, Sapphire,
Huh? What? Oh, hi. Yeah.
you good?
I don't know.
What happened? In there?
I don't know. I saw the thing. I saw it take damage. I saw blood, and I wanted that. I don't know.
I heard stuff about what happened while I was gone. Is this a new thing? Is it a continuing thing?
I don't know. It didn't happen with Gore, but it happened here, and it just stops for a second and just looks at you, eyes wide, just realizing what he's just said. No, it did. It's not happened since we fought the dragon. I don't know. I should not have done it. It's my own fault. I should not have presented it as an idea to eat the fucking heart, but I did, and it felt good, and I feel different, and I feel like I am stronger, and I am taller now, and I need to get back to where I was, and if this is the only way to do it, then I'm gonna fucking go back and I'm gonna kill it, and I'm gonna eat his heart.
Just okay. I understand that. One question, and this is not me trying to scare you, would be mean. Just trying to figure out where you're at. What would you be willing to sacrifice to do it? Because it seemed like you were willing to put our lives on the line.
That is not what I
know, but I need you to try and picture it for a moment. What would you be willing to sacrifice?
don't know. Anything I have to.
Right. And I've got a question. Am I allowed, and everyone else, to do anything we have to stop you? If we feel like it puts everyone in danger.
If it puts your right, he looks directly at Devana. If it puts your life in danger, you can put me down.
I'm not implying that, but okay. Yeah, I just wanted that consent, I guess. It's not the first time we've dealt with things that magically or some other way mess with our heads, so.
I don't think this is that.
Right.
I don't think this is some sort of magical effect. I think there was something in that dragon's blood that makes me want more. It's like when you drink too much and then you wake up next morning wanted to drink more.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
My sister had a period where she did that, yeah. So I know. That's why I asked. Because I've seen that look. Not in the same way, but
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you in danger.
No, it's fine. Listen, I'm only saying this because I care about you, and I don't want you to see you hurt, and I don't want you to end up hurting us and then later snapping out of it and regretting it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't think I would hurt any of you.
I know.
But I do feel
you
like...
think that now.
Yeah.
Give me a perception, Devan.
Sure. 16.
While Sapphire was kind of talking, you notice that they don't notice it, but the little Bahamut holy symbol kind of faintly glows for a moment, and then it almost flickers when Sapphire talks about this. And it stops doing that after a second.
Fuck.
Do I know what that means? Being... Okay, no.
There's something
no.
odd that you caught while talking.
Dad was listening. He's going to be mad.
Yeah, I think Devana doesn't mention it mostly because they don't know what it means. But take note of that.
Yeah, you probably also have realized that the symbol appeared out of nowhere. I didn't have this before we went on the ship.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
yeah. No, I think Devana will just sort of be like, I'm going to rest and take a breather. I advise you do the same.
Yeah, I will try.
And if you need anything, and if you start having these feelings again, please come find me.
Okay. Yeah. I will. Yeah.
And they'll walk off to go have their actual rest and do their hit dice and shit.
Yeah.
And you guys all finish up your short rest, and at that point we will take a little short rest and a break.
Hell yeah.
And we will be back in like 15, 20-ish as usual. And we shall see what awaits us within this unwitnessed kingdom. Hello! We are back once more with Dark Waters. Our party has just escaped from the clutches of a dragon and taken their short rest. And as your short rest comes to an end, you see the path in front of you going into this first tower in the series of spiring structures across what is this ruined kingdom, essentially. Who is taking point?
I'll go not at the very front, but somewhere at the front.
I have
For
You know
sure.
what? I'll have you BC take the point. Devana, you could be right next to me.
Yeah,
Or
Devana has her
slightly
shield
behind me.
as well. Yeah.
And
both of you
then-
give me a perception check.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Thank goodness. I'm actually good.
Oh fuck. Where's? Not great. Like a 9.
All right.
Not great either, an 11.
Okay.
You don't see.
You.
I'm good at it. I have a +5. I just rolled
Yeah.
Well, 11 isn't bad. It's still decent. You walk into this like chamber. It's like this tall, like 20-foot high, like circular, like room. And immediately as you enter, like on the other side, you see another kind of doorway leading out onto what looks like this open, like bridge, like open stone bridge. That's very long, going all the way across to another tower. Looking around the room itself, you see there was at some point a staircase going down from here, but has since like kind of like rubble has fallen on it and has caved in. This was probably someone's study or something of the sort. You see there's a few now decrepit like desks and other like bits and bobs of like these stained glass vials, tattered books and scrolls. Looking around, everyone else begins to like kind of wander in. You find where is it? Yeah. You find like along the desk, still in a very like delicate condition, is a like leather-bound book. It doesn't have any titles or names or anything of the sort on it, but if you can like look it over, you see it's all written in Celestial, and
I read Celestial.
yeah, like I'd imagine like you're both like looking together, so like you both see it, and
Yeah.
you see it says like on like the first few pages itself, it's referring to a city or a kingdom by the name of Ishtar. It is a kingdom of Asama and unicorns. And that sounds strange, mostly because unicorns aren't real.
I call
wait, even
Aiden
me?
over.
Like,
Even you. Like, unicorns aren't real.
Ugh.
Yeah, I called Dagan over to have a look, considering he might know more.
Yeah. Kind of flips, like looks at what you're looking at. He's just like, well, either this is some kind of a fancy little story, or this is a very old book, I'd imagine. If, like, you kind of like scroll through it. The dates are just like not there. Like, it's kind of like a log and ledger, but the dates are just like not there. It's like not very well kept. It seems to be like a log detailing things like shift timings for like names, like random like names here or there that don't like mean anything or make any sense to you, but like yeah.
Yubisi's going to very delicately, carefully run his fingers along the spine and along the book and the edges of the pages while humming like a really old like elvish prayer song. And I'm going to cast mending to repair the integrity of the book. Because it's been here a very long time, and it's very old, but it's still in one piece. So he's going to try and repair it so that it's, easier to
for sure
handle and doesn't fall apart.
Mending it, honestly, is a very prudent call there. As you see, like as Dagon was beginning to flip the pages, like the spine was getting weaker, and as you like cast the mending, it kind of restructures. Like it doesn't de-age the paper itself, but so it is still fragile, but it is not falling apart at like just air now. And that kind of helps you like look through a few more pages. You essentially see beyond the shift timings and all, these are all what seem to have been mages that have to attend to these towers every few hours for some reason. And there is a log going further
every
of
2 hours.
yes. There is a log going further ahead of sightings and reports from scouts that have come back, and the sightings. Yes, Sprout.
One sec. I was going to ask if I can take a look because I want to see, is this similar to what we saw back when we first arrived at the mansion, when Sprout was allowed to go through the library and there were all those like
Looking over, this looks different. This looks unrelated. This is more like someone was keeping like a work schedule for people.
mm,
And you see scout reports coming back of potential threats and attacks from demons and aberrations. And there are notes there specifying have to keep track of scouted reports, but have to also ensure that the project is not unveiled before it is time. Have to ensure that seals are maintained. Make sure we double the shifts on that just in case they are trying something out of the ordinary. But it shouldn't be anything too concerning. It seems Gabriel has locked himself away in his study and is going to be quite preoccupied for some time. And after that, going past a couple of pages, rather than a log, it is a like a report made of some kind of findings that these mages have been working on. And Divana, from just your prior clerical knowledge and like working at a temple and whatnot, you see some very clear what you would consider taboos in using healing magic.
Okay.
And they seem to have been using some kind of experimentation with necromantic energies and undeath to essentially create soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And the point was supposed to be that there is a threat coming. We don't know if the city will be safe. Let's get a couple of soldiers who can live long enough that when the threat shows up, there are people with all of this knowledge still alive in the world. People who
And
know
we
about
are
this
the
threat,
threat.
people who know what kind of problems can arise, people who know about these demons. We need soldiers who can live so long that whenever this threat shows up, we will have these tireless protectors. And
Oh,
it's mentioned here almost like a sacred duty. Like you have to volunteer to do it in the name of Selima.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
And you see, it goes quite into detail about the experimentations and whatnot. But after that, like you kind of like look over to a couple of other pages and whatnot, just like strewn across like the table, and there are haphazard, like scratched reports essentially uh, of something that is wrong with these soldiers. They seem to be acting very strangely ever since the procedure, and some of them are showing signs of heightened aggressiveness and hostility towards their own allies, and reports that some of them are essentially too dangerous to be posted at places and must instead be contained and released in case of emergency. And at the same time, there are reports of something at the sacred temple grounds. I say something like they seem to have known what it was, but the pages are a little too smudged for you to make it out. But something at these temple grounds was somehow hit with some demonic energy, which should not have happened, because there's constant like markings of, but the perimeter is secure, we have mages stationed everywhere, how could this happen, where did they come from? And further reports of most of our soldiers are still up north at the battle. The city needs more forces to defend it. Our garrisons are run thin at the moment. The mages are doing what they can. We have called in the Celestial Guard. They are doing what they can, but I fear it may not be enough. The relic is missing.
So
And
did you say celestial what cord?
the Celestial Guard.
Oh, cord.
Then there is just a big underlying thing of the relic is missing. We don't know what happened or who conducted such a blasphemous act. We don't know if there was any other rituals or magic that was conducted here following this retrieval of the relic. But unless we stop the threat right now, we will not be able to undo the damage it has done. The city will not survive. It will sink. And
Right.
after that, the next 2 pages are just prayers to like
I have,
Selima.
I think, 2 questions.
Yes.
One, there was a mention of a seal,
Correct.
right? Like, yeah. Do we see any kind of seal around where we are?
Not at all.
Okay. Second question, because a lot happened.
While you're
It
reading
didn't
this, yeah, go on. Sorry.
It didn't mention anywhere what kind of relic it was, or is any drawing or
No,
something, right?
It just says the relic.
I will say, while reading this, and then when hitting the point talking about necromancy and stuff, I think Devana will just say out loud for everyone to hear, like, watch out for undead.
Alright.
And will, after reading...
Dan?
You
The-
also see, looking over on the side, Riz finds like between like the pages and stuff, he finds like a little locket. And he kind of like picks it up and looks at it. He's like, this looks enchanted.
Oh.
It seems there's some very old divine magic on it, actually.
I can find out what it does.
Ooh, I can find out what it does.
He kind of hands it to you.
Okay. I hold it up. And shoot, does it take an hour to ritually cast Identify?
It takes 10 minutes.
Okay. Devana, keep researching. I am going to figure out what this does. And
You ritual cast Identify. This is an amulet of regeneration. It is enchanted with divine magic. It is an attunement item. And essentially, what it does is it has 5 charges. And as a bonus action, you can consume a charge to regain 2d6 hit points. Alternatively, you can use a bonus action to combine a charge with a spell of first level or higher that heals hit points to add the 2d6 on top of that same action. If you are within 5 feet of a creature, as an action, you can place your hand on them and heal them for 2d6 instead. And you get your charges back after a long rest or at dawn, essentially, after a long rest. But yeah.
I turn to our employer. I believe we have found for you to offer as a gift.
You kind of hold it up and you see kind of like looks over and he's like, oh, well, have a look, I suppose. And he's kind of going to like reach for it. And as he's going to reach for it, you see Dagon comes and like takes it from your hand before him. And
I let Dagon snatch it from me. Surprised, because he's like, what?
yeah, he doesn't like snatch it. He just like very like quickly, but like calmly, like just like takes it from you, and in the same motion, like looks at you, he just goes, "Oh, I mean, it's somewhat enchanted. How about Lord Castor? We pile up all of the things we find along the way, and we can tally up the total, and you can take your share." And you see, Castor just goes, "I believe I decide the share, as you will be taking a small percentage of the fines." And you see Dagon just still this like in the same tone continues and just goes, "Precisely. I mean, it's a weak little object. Someone of your stature deserves a heftier reward for, to show for the end of this expedition and whatnot. So, after all, you're not going to carry every single relic we find along the way. That's why you have people like me, yes?" And he opens up a bag of holding and he just puts the amulet in that. And he's like, "I'll keep it all safe in here, and at the end we can take it out and you can take what's yours." And you see Castor just like looks at him and just goes, "Fine, you can carry it for me. That's absolutely all right. Make yourself useful and whatnot, and try not to speak to me again, especially in that tone, Fallen." And you see
Oh,
Dagon just
okay.
stays all smiles, and he goes, "Right, precisely that. I shall
He did
keep that in check."
not.
Okay, wait. Nirvana turns around
Yeah?
and look at Castor and just looks at him straight in the eyes and goes, "Were you ever hugged by your parents as a child?"
I can't believe you
You
did a
s-
macroaggression.
You see, as you say that, he just looks at you like, "What are my parents' paupers? No. You don't hug your child once they have grown of age. You teach them proper etiquette in public." And
And when are you planning to
Ye-
grow of age?
and as you're both saying this, you see kind of Dagon like looks back at you, Devada, and like Esther kind of like just gives a wink, like, "Just play along." And like you see,
I think it's
as you say
Anna.
that, Estrogen, he looks at you and he's about to say something, and you see Brabus just puts a hand on him and just goes, "My lord, we should keep moving." And he goes, "Yes." And you see Dagon like looks over back to UBC and like he just whispers to you like, "Oh, for now, he just said he'll take 90% of whatever he thinks is of value. Let us be the judge of that. Let's just find everything there's to find, and then we can show him what there is to find."
I think that while everyone is like walking, Sprout kind of goes to the photo and pulls on the like sleeve and goes like, "Is parent the word you use for like the big people that make the small people?"
Parents are the people that, well, sometimes raise you.
So the mother tree is technically
Sometimes
my
they
parent.
abandon you, actually, but
Yeah.
Yubisi's just gonna nod at Dagon and be like, "Okay, I'll follow your lead. I'm just trying to get us through this as quickly as possible."
I mean, if the bastard's making us suffer, might as well get a bit of a penny out of it.
Devonna, did you find anything else out in that book?
It's
I?
mostly more of the same. Like you can, like with
Okay.
the help of the
Yeah.
mending, you're able to kind of keep the book as well.
Yeah,
And as you're going to
book
keep
and
the
everything.
book, that is where you see Castor comes up and asks for the book, and he's like, "That, I believe, is the history of my people. I believe it should go to the tribute being offered to the royalty in Bolkard."
Right. Sorry, I thought nobles had manners. I didn't hear a please.
I don't need to ask for a please to take what is rightfully mine.
I disagree, but we'll hand the book over.
And the book kind of like takes it like a little rudely, like extra rudely, and he like puts it in like a little like knapsack and like a leather bound thing, which is like kind of set for like keeping documents secure. And he puts it in that. And while all of this is happening, Sapphire, give me a perception check.
Steve.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Oh, 11.
Oh.
11, cool. You guys like look over that stuff for a bit, and you turn around and you don't see Sapphire.
What the fuck?
Wait,
Wait,
where did Sapphire go?
What?
You look around, and the room is empty. You peek out the hallways. You don't see Sapphire outside.
Question.
Yeah.
Are you keeping in mind that I can see through magical darkness and
Correct.
stuff? Cool.
Oh no.
At which point you look up towards the ceiling, and you see Sapphire.
Huh?
Oh,
You
what?
see they are currently suspended, wrapped in this like dark flesh tentacle covering their mouth as
Hot.
well. And
Hey!
they're jarred for you.
No.
And
I'm the one who gets to use flesh tentacles here, and that's my spouse up there.
you see
He's
Oh
shouting
my
at whatever
God.
is there.
this mound of flesh and dirt and grime stuck to the ceiling with like these tiny little feeler tendrils coming out, and some of them
Ooh.
longer than others. One of them has grabbed onto Sapphire, and you see it slowly getting closer to the mound, and you see the mound
This is the
splits
shambling
open
mound.
for it's not
Oh no, that's
for
different.
rows and rows of teeth.
Your
Moonbeam in the mouth.
is
Can I do that?
going to shout, "Let them go!" And as he says "go," his voice ripples out like sound waves as I cast Dissonant Whispers right after.
Dissonant whispers. Let me just check something.
It's 60 feet. It's a wisdom save of 14.
Wisdom save, right?
Okay.
Uh,
Excellent. I am using one of my bardic inspiration as a reaction for cutting words, and I am
Ooh,
rolling a
alright.
d6 to minus from their saving throw.
yeah. How much are you cutting up?
Hold on, let me go ahead and spend it. You know, gotta be honorable, gotta stay accountable.
Yup.
Okay. Spend the bardic inspiration. It's a d6. They are they have -1 to their saving throw.
They fail. You see, roll your damage.
Oh my God.
Going to the spell. Oh yeah, I forgot. Isn't it Whispers? I'm gonna upcast that to 2. Just letting you know.
Yep.
46 psychic.
Yep.
All right, it's 10 total psychic damage, and in addition to that, on a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use this reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as fire or a pit. Honestly, but it did not.
Now, the creature cannot move, so it stays right where it is. But you see, in its panic, it fully lets go of Sapphire. Sapphire, you drop down to the ground. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. And you see the
damn.
creature kind of just screeches out in pain as it takes the hit. How much was the psychic again?
Oh, hold on. I just
Is it 10?
10 damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
10 psychic
Alright.
damage.
Yeah. You see it kind of reels back in pain, and as it does so, it immediately yeah. Everyone other than Estrogen sees it vanishes.
Everybody run. Let's get out of here.
And
Before we
You
do that, I
see-
just want to. I know Rice said something about hitting it with a moonbeam, so I just want to.
Yeah, it's
Do you
not
still want to-
needed anymore, honestly.
Okay,
Ah.
cool. Just making sure. And
I
so,
was gonna moonbeam in its mouth
Oh,
to drop
Steve,
you,
I'm,
but
not-
like,
I'm hearing
if
you
it's...
double.
Yeah, me too.
should be fine now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
And
That's cool.
question is, does a 17 hit Divana?
No, I've got a 21. My shield.
Right.
That's good.
Does a 16 hit Sprout?
Wait, what is hitting? What
Wait.
is happening?
Yes, it does.
So honestly, Estrogen, you get the clearest view of this whole thing as you essentially see it goes invisible and two large tendrils swoop around the room. One of them
I don't
tries to
think I
like.
can see invisibility.
Wait.
You can't?
Fuck, I have something.
I think it's my default is magical darkness, and I have to activate my eye for invisibility.
Ah, I see. In that case,
But
yeah, you see the
also-
same thing, but
But
yeah.
also, if it disappears, I would immediately use True Sight.
Then there you go. Then, you see immediately this one tendril comes flying into Zvara. It slams into their shield, so like it kind of just like takes the hit.
Mhm.
You see the other one comes from the other side and slams into Sprout, as Sprout takes 10 damage, and you are restrained and immediately get pulled 10 feet up. And you see slowly it's beginning to pull you up now. Now we go into a softish initiative here.
Oh,
I will
wanna switch
ask-
on to the
Can I do
team
like
that-
a quick RP moment before that?
Sure.
I just want to like reach in and talk to Full Goblin and be like, is this one of yours?
Certainly not.
Okay, you blasted.
I would also like to ask if I could, when it releases me, do I have enough time for an opportunity attack?
Opportunity attack only works if someone willingly leaves your range.
Okay.
Not if you're
no,
forced
okay.
targeted.
So if it leaves me to have an opportunity to, can I bite it?
So that's what I'm saying. It did not willingly leave your range. It's still there. It just kind of like let go of the grapple.
Yeah. So I fell, right?
Yeah,
While
but like,
falling,
that's what
could
I'm
I
saying.
have-
That doesn't give you an opportunity hit.
It's
is what
not the
I'm saying.
creature willingly leaving you, it's
Yeah.
you
Okay.
being dropped
Healing the
Fair, fair.
creature, yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
unwillingly.
Forced movement. is-
Before anyone, the first person who goes on the soft initiative would be Estrogen because you can see it.
Oh shit. So are
What do
we
you do?
rolling or not?
You don't need to roll right
Well,
now.
I was gonna try and fix that if I could, but
After
potentially.
the immediate thing, but yeah,
okay, yeah, okay. Wait, so Estrogen goes
Okay.
first?
yeah, Estrogen.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, stop that. What? I am going to. Oh, there's so many options. I have so many spells at this point. I'm going crazy. Let's rending lash it, sure.
Oh, all right. 30 feet. Yeah, it is just within range. It's a con save.
It is a con save.
Makes it.
What? How much is it?
It's like, hold on. It's 26.
Oh dear lord. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Okay. So it does take half. So yes, wait, why does this say 5d?
Because
because-
Warlock spells. It scales. You always cast at the highest level.
Ah, I forgot about that. That is 26 points of damage.
They'll take half. All
Yeah, so 13 points of damage.
right. You lash out
D20?
with your own tendril, essentially. And any bonus actions from you?
Well, first I have to roll my d20, don't I? I cast a spell.
No, yeah, you're right. Roll for that.
How?
You
I rolled a nat one again.
roll me a d100.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I gotta
Lovely.
try
What
and
are
count
the
As
them.
we're going full.
odds?
Today is full arcade. How? What are the odds? That's a
Oh my
41.
41. Okay, 41 shouldn't be that bad. Let me see. You become immune to all
As if
damage
you
for
have it
1 round.
memorized.
Let's
Oh,
go.
that's great.
That's good.
Whoa, let's fucking go.
You just
Oh,
get
That
that's
is-
good.
surrounded in this overt arcane energy, and you are just fully safe for whatever happens in the next 6 seconds.
That
See,
is-
the arcane surge
Um,
has good things on it. You just need to get them.
This is the
that
first
is
one. Dad, this is the
incredible.
first ever good thing on this table
Yep.
that we've
No,
rolled.
surely is.
Ay, ay, ay.
Esther is gonna almost just kind of stop and then just kind of shrug, look at it and shrug and use warp flesh on it.
Invulnerability.
And Warp Flash is with save.
Yeah, except I don't know how this works and its flesh is already warped, but
17.
that's just
That's good
Wait.
saves. Yeah.
wait, but beats it anyway, even if that did work.
All
Oh,
right. At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action. And it's going to pull Sprout up another 10 feet.
right,
you are now
yes, Sprout.
at
Oh
its maw.
no! Sprout is
Oh
like
fuck! I
Next,
Sprout is a little pinata. Fuck.
next
forgot
Giovanna,
about
what are
the
you doing?
baby.
So question, it's invisible.
Yes.
Did I see
You just see Sprout like floating up, essentially.
I see Sprout. I see where Sprout is.
Yeah.
So did I before I went invisible, how big is this creature?
Pretty big. It's a large creature. Like it was covering a chunk of the central
Most
ceiling.
of the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I can see where Sprout. Can I what my idea? I've got 2 questions actually. Hemo Hail, can I reverse it so it goes up?
Nope.
Fuck. Okay. Well,
That's not how gravity works.
I don't know. It doesn't say
I
that.
know,
It
I
doesn't
know, I know, I
specify that.
I know.
Then instead. Let me have a look. Oh, where the fuck is it? No, wait. Sorry, I lost the spell. No, where the fuck did it go? Ah, this one. I'm going to use destructive resonance on it, which means essentially using void speech. Wait,
Oh, your voice speech, all right.
it's a wait. No, it's wait. How far away from it? I don't think I can reach it actually. How far away is it from me? Oh, the ceiling.
20 foot I see, so like 20 feet-ish.
I cannot reach that. Why is it
Oh.
up there?
Heal
Then
me.
You have another fun thing. Yeah.
Heal me.
I'm trying. I have a lot of fun things, but none of them seem to be working right now. So that's great.
You have void strike. I mean, you can just like slam
I know. Yeah, but I don't know
Yeah.
where. I can't see it though.
You can attack with disadvantage if it's invisible, because you know its general location.
Yeah, but that's why I was trying to use him.
I know.
Yeah, okay. I'll use void strike instead. Hold on, because I think if it then. If it's in, is it dim light or darkness?
It is definitely dim light or darkness.
So it's a straight roll then, because I get advantage otherwise.
Correct.
Okay. So all right. So the one I'm gonna try and hit it. Is trying to cast it, and you see this sort of like in their hand forms this like writhing kind of black dahlia, and then they try and flick it out, and it just explodes like all these petals to try and hit it with that. Let me try and see, because I think that's an attack.
Yes, it's an attack roll.
It is. I do say briefly after the verbal component is void speech. I don't know if that does anything.
It doesn't do it. So what happens is essentially as you start muttering your incantation, all of you
Uh-huh.
get like this ringing at the back of your ears and get like a little bit of a headache. Maybe like, a single drop of a nosebleed like someone gets, and you're just like, wait, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
And you just like feel like a little disoriented for like a split second. Not enough to like hamper you.
No.
Surprise almost.
Yeah, I think if Savannah casts a spell, they do they have like a little nosebleed. They quickly wipe it. Let me try and hit
Yeah.
it first.
What are ears and what's a nosebleed?
Yeah. That's a dirty 20.
30-20 hits. Roll
Cool,
damage.
Hold on.
This will be. You guys are stacking so much fear on this thing.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
Void
yeah.
Strike also frightens it. It can't move at all.
Hold on.
I had this entire bullshit mechanic with it that I can't use while it's frightening.
Good.
That's 19 points of necrotic, and yeah, it's
Jesus.
frightened of me. It's frightened of me until the end of to the start of my.
It's a
next turn.
19. Cool.
Yeah, 19 points of necrotic damage.
Hold on, I need to do a concentration check to see if it drops Sprout or not.
Jeez.
I'm gonna position myself underneath Sprout. Please.
It does not drop Sprout.
Ah!
At the end of
Worst.
your turn,
Let's see if I can do something about that.
before your turn, at the end of Tivana's turn, it's going to take another legendary.
Bro, how many legendaries per round does it have?
You don't know.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to
No,
just stick a
no.
Regiment because then I couldn't.
So,
Oh no, that's a
now
non-reaction.
that Sprout is right next to the mouth, you see again like the flesh shifts and opens into like rows and like Sprout. You just see darkness with rows and rows of teeth. As you see, it fully pulls Sprout in and it closes.
Oh my god. Let me go.
Sprout, you take
Oh my
19
God.
piercing damage.
Well,
And you guys lose sight of Sprout as Sprout disappears into nothingness.
yeah, so we lose sight of the whole
Fuck.
thing.
Oh no, not
So-
nothingness, because you hit it and its invisibility broke.
Okay, cool. That's great. At least we can see it again.
I'm
can't see
in
if I
the
have any
thing's
bonus
stomach. I'm not happy about this.
Now,
That's
we have
for sure.
Jen. What were you doing?
This is so fucked up.
I mean, it's not going to work. What I wanted to do was before Sprout got swallowed. So
That's why
have-
legendaries.
wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Legendary actions suck.
Do I have a bonus? Hang on, let me check. I think I have a bonus action. I think. It's Crimson Rune. Does it?
Yeah, Crimson Rune is
The-
range though. The range is the issue there.
It doesn't mention a.
It's a 10-foot circle.
Oh, around me. Yes, you're right. Okay, never mind.
Jen, what are you doing?
I'm going to hope that being inside this thing is going to afford some protection
Mhm.
to Sprout.
Uh-huh.
How big is the room we're in?
The room in diameter is like 40 feet. The height of the ceiling is 20 feet up.
Okay, so let's not do that then. In that case, do I? Yeah,
I'm getting
we make that
digested by
together.
about the
Okay.
flesh.
We're gonna get to that in a sec, don't worry.
What? What do you mean? Oh.
That's a
Your
great
turn hasn't
one.
happened yet, remember? Your turn's gonna start
I
inside the
need a
thing.
con save, please.
Con save? What are you casting? It got
I'm
a...
casting reduce on the thing.
It got a 24.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I don't think
thought it
that's a
might.
good idea.
Yeah, you just instantly crush
It's not
Sprout.
That would. Listen, I know I'm a
Hi,
vegetable,
you're-
but I'm
you're
not
small
that
enough to cope
flexible
with
of a
that.
vegetable, okay?
That's not let's be done there.
Wait, that's your action to cast reduce?
It was meant to be reduced on you to get the thing, like you to slip through the thing's tentacle. Yeah, that's my action.
All right. Any bonus actions?
The bonus action, I can't do that.
Cool.
No.
Next we have Ubisi.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
It's not invisible anymore. Is one of its tentacles still on the ground? or in the area? And
they're
melee
in the
distance?
air. They're kind of like wildly flame. If you want to try to like
Kill
grab
your
get an
tentacles
attack
in
with
the air
tentacles,
like you just don't care.
Okay, so what Yabisi is gonna do is he is draws, like he's got Stormbreaker. He draws Stormbreaker. I'm gonna do a bonus action. And you see one of the runes start to glow on it, and I'm gonna activate not Riptide, but the other one. Hold on. Tempest. I'm activating my Tempest rune. And then he's going to essentially, because the book's already been handed to the rich guy, I'm going to get up on the desk, get some more height, and cut at one of the tentacles with my blade, the crackling lightning. So let me go ahead and roll my attack.
Go for it.
Okay. Come on. Nope, that's a 12. I'm assuming that's a miss.
Yeah. You go for it, like the
alright.
tentacles are wildly like just flailing around. You actually end up cutting like one or two of like the smaller ones. It doesn't seem to mind it too much, is what ends up happening.
Okay. Then in that case, bonus. That's my turn because I did the bonus action to activate it, but it'll last a full minute, and it's just like kind of crackling with thunder, and that is my turn. I'm gonna stay on the table, by the way.
For sure. Sprout, at the start of your turn, you take 20 acid damage.
Who?
Fucked up.
I'm down.
You're down?
I'm down.
All right.
Wait.
You just
He's just a
before you
little
begin to
guy.
move, you just fully like just
I
collapse
can't believe
inside.
you're killing the little guy.
Let me tell you something.
I'm rolling save.
Not yet. You don't have to roll yet. It'll be at the
No,
start
I
of your
am
next
because
turn.
I have a
Not yet.
-3. Help.
What do you mean?
No.
Because I was at 17.
Oh no,
And
no.
you
What
gave
I
me-
mean is you're gonna roll saves from the next turn.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I
yeah.
meant. But I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
Cool. You're at -3. Sapphire, what are you doing?
What the fuck?
Have we figured
Oh,
out what
no.
it's what this
Oh,
thing's
this is even
AC
worse.
is?
Wait.
You don't know.
And do I know that if I hit this thing, Sprout might get hit too?
You know Sprout's inside. You don't know exactly how this creature works, really. So you're kind of unsure, I'll say. Depending on what you hit the creature with. Yeah, just punch it once and get all its stats.
Extract assets.
I'm working on it.
Okay. So, and it's too far away for me to melee attack it, right?
For sure.
Cool.
Unless you're able to fly, but yeah.
Cool. Not yet.
I'm trying to save that myself.
I'm gonna go tried and tested, and I'm just gonna look at the others, and I'm gonna go. Should have let me eat that fucking dragon, so I could be much stronger here. And I'm gonna fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Hell yeah! Roll to hit twice.
Yes, Eldritch Blast.
That's a 23 on the first one,
Hits.
and 9 on the second one.
Misses.
That's a fucking hell. Are you kidding me? That's 2 damage.
2 damage. All right. You just and it like gets buffed, but that's it. It's fine. It's starting to look a little hurt though from all of the things that have hit it so far. And any bonus actions from you?
I don't know. I don't have any bonus actions. I can. I don't know if I. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna. No, forget it. It's fine. Never mind. Leave. It's fine. I'm gonna call it a bunch of. Let my friend out, you fucking piece of shit. Just because you have tentacles doesn't mean I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm tired. That's all I got. I don't have anything.
All right. Merloon, what are you gonna do?
Okay, so I'm going to summon my arms of the astral self. So I'm going to spin my key. outside from my back, spectral yet also astral. They look like they're made of constellations. Tentacles pop out. 4 in total, and then I take my movement to high jump up to it, and then with the tentacles I grab onto it and just pull myself into it near the mouth.
Oh, roll me an acrobatics.
Okay.
I love this.
26.
Yeah.
My God.
You fucking wall run
Hell
up
yeah.
and backflip, grab to the thing, and just use its own momentum to swing up to the mouth. And you grab onto like the side of like the opening essentially to get like a hold. What do you do?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna grip onto it with like my arms and then 2 of the tentacles, and with the other one, I'm gonna try to rip open the mouth to get Sprout out.
For sure.
I think with the arms, I can use my wisdom.
Yes, I was
for
gonna
athletics?
say. Yeah, you can add your wisdom to your athletics check then.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll a regular d20 then.
Yep.
Plus 7, that's 18.
18. That works. You grab onto it with your arms, and these astral arms come over your shoulders, and they just like rip its mouth open, and you see an unconscious Sprout just kind of slips out and falls.
Can I try to like grab Sprout before they fall all the way?
Sure. I'll say with your extra arms, you can definitely just like kind of grab onto Sprout and like just kind of thud back a little.
Yeah, because I'm willing to not hold on in order to do that.
And like you just fall with Sprout then?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't break that
Also, you
fall.
have slow fall, I think.
Yeah, I do, so I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you just kind of like float down very gently, like holding on to Sprout. Sprout, you're still down, but you're back with your friends.
It's a
And
little Sprout, slightly wilted.
seeing
the
that,
acid
The
didn't
little
do
guy
well.
died. That'd be horrible.
seeing that Riff is gonna run up to Mariloon and Sprout, is gonna put a hand like, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, and he's gonna cast a Cure Wounds at the 2nd level for you. And Gacha is in your favor. He's a life cleric today.
Love that.
That's
Yes.
9, 14, 16 HP to you.
Nice.
And that's his turn. Looking at Sprout is out. You see Dagon is gonna take out Cheek, point it up, and gonna throw off 2 Eldritch Blasts. That hits. That hits. All right. Cool. That's decent damage. And you see simultaneously, Egilith reaches back, pulls up 2 hand axes, and just starts hacking them. And and you see he like just picks it up, like, what did you do to little brain? And he just like starts hacking them, and both of them just land square on the side of the creature. It's just like, and like this weird, almost like acidic, like mist kind of like pours out of the creature. And before you guys go, before even the creature goes again, you see the creature trying to like writhe around in pain. It's also afraid of you. There's a lot of things happening to it all at once suddenly. And you see the sides of the ceiling begin to crack and break.
I like that.
And as you all simultaneously see it happen, what do you do?
Get out.
Am I conscious? Am I
You're
conscious
conscious.
now?
You're conscious.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait a damn minute.
I'm
Do
still
you
holding on to
run
you pretty tight.
towards
Yeah,
the
I'm
bridge?
definitely like. Yeah, I shouted run before, so I'm gonna stick with that. I still have my blade out though, just in case.
Yeah, you guys, you're all in battle mode right now. Weapons drawn. You just like look at that happening. Your BC turns and runs. Do you guys follow?
Yeah, I mean, running sensible.
As you start to run,
I will say,
Yeah.
Devana will try and hang a little bit back to try and make sure everyone gets out.
For
I mean,
sure.
will try, if anyone's like starting to try and help.
for sure. You all begin to run, and just as you're running, like since you're like further back, you look up as like the last person essentially, and you see the ceiling collapse, like in like not the entirety of it, but like a giant chunk of it, as this entire creature falls down and thuds onto the ground, and it kind of just like splats. And as it does, from the hole in the ceiling, you hear crawling, clicking, and you see a couple of these small, slightly like fucked up on their flesh and like creatures. Some they kind of look like demonic, yet also some kind of an aberration. It's hard to tell. Like they're just like these weird malformed things, kind of similar to the monsters you were fighting at Trisandum Manor. And
Okay.
you see a couple of them begin to like kind of crawl out of like the ceiling, and then you see it's not a couple. As instead of crawling out, you see a bunch of them just fall into like a pile of like a couple dozen of them, probably killing like a decent chunk at the bottom of that pile. But you see, they don't really care. They immediately kind of just start clambering out of each other, turn to you, just and they start like chasing. And
Can I?
Wait, can I consent back? Can I please? Does
Can
it look
you?
like the? Can I please make the thing doing that I want to do earlier that I couldn't do because of gravity?
Hemo hail?
Yeah, please.
You throw a hemo hail. What's your spell mod?
So wait. Let me look. Yeah. But I also like I was for other people because no one knows what it is. So essentially, the Vanna start crying blood, and there's just this blood that rains down in like a 20-foot cube on top of them. I will say one thing that the rain hits the ground, these sort of red poppies, but also lilies and daisies start blooming from the ground. Let me wait, what's my spell? What'd you say?
So what's your spell DC?
That's 15.
15. Cool. Yeah, roll your 66.
Yes, please.
Mess with these.
So
Instead of fucked up, he was just normal. What if we did a session where we were all just normal instead of fucked up?
Look, I try to do the normal D&D hero thing, but every single time I don't roll high enough to hit.
Sprout is pretty normal. Don't be so mean.
Sprout's pretty normal.
Yeah, Sprout is pretty normal. Sprout is just a plant, baby.
That's 19 points.
Bit insecure lady.
Acid damage. Yeah.
Acid, yes.
You see, it just like starts pouring down. You see a couple of the ones like near the like bottom part of this pile. They just start like wilting and melting, and they just like and they just start to like kind of shamble and fall over, and they just turn into goop. The others kind of get singed in places, but they keep on moving, kind of slow. You, as the last person leaving, do something very crucial by doing that. You have bought yourself a turn of not taking 11 opportunity attacks.
Wow, okay, yeah. I mean, the battle is going to continue to move, but also Wolves is
I want
do
to
that. Yes.
I wanted to say, when Devana is like going to, buy some time, I would like to, like, the way we're going, to block the way by putting a moonbeam there, just saying, like, just...
For sure. The second Devana kind of leaves the threshold of the door, you drop a moonbeam there. You see a couple of them start running, and the ones that were a little more fucked up, they just, like, disintegrate in the sacred, like, light. And you see a couple still make it through. They're looking worse and worse. But then you see from around this tower, like on the outside of it, crawling around the tower, more of them. Just circling around it like almost ants on the hill, just spreading. And
should I also roll damage?
You don't need to. I'm taking average damage for that because it's going to happen to a lot of them.
Okay.
But you see you're slowing down like that big bulk of the center, but you see them clambering from all of this. You see, as you're like running on this bridge to the left out, you see open expanse towards like the rest of the city. To your right, there's like a bit of a broken debris wall, like right next to like the edge of like the sphere you're inside of. And you see along the wall and from the sides and bottom of the bridge, they begin to start to climb up as well. And I need everyone here. The bridge is like 10 feet wide, so you're able to like run without like impeding each other.
Yeah.
Everyone give me an athletics check as you're
Oh,
being
damn
chased.
it.
Does Sprout
Oh,
have to do one
That
since I'm
is
carrying
a
them?
wonderful natural 1 for a 2.
What you say, Marilyn?
Would Sprout have to do one since I'm carrying them?
Sprout does. I would say. Wait, are you still carrying Sprout?
Yeah, I'm not
Cool.
letting go.
You're gonna be on half movement, so you're gonna roll this with disadvantage.
Oh
Wait, Sprout is a
I-
tiny little thing. Why half?
Yeah, Sprout's a tiny little thing.
You are still like rugby carrying this person while fending off things trying to like grab your leg and
I
stuff
have
like
the
that.
tentacles punching shit.
I'm just saying, it's gonna give you disadvantage. This is
Fine.
a sprint. This isn't a fight.
question. Would I be so we have to cross a bridge, right? And it's pretty rickety.
Yes. It's not rickety. It's a stone bridge.
Oh,
It's a stone
okay.
bridge,
Never
stable.
mind then. Never mind then.
It is old, so there is a chance it can break. But yeah.
Wait,
No,
how
I
far-
was thinking of using Thorn Whip to like sustain the bridge, but it won't happen.
Oh no, it
because
won't
I was
work.
thinking
it's
it
too
was
heavy
like
for that.
yeah.
It's also a very long bridge. It's a couple of 100 feet to the other side of the tower.
Oh, okay. Then
And okay, I'm gonna go one by one. Divana, what's your
wait,
athletics?
how long is the bridge?
Uh,
I got a natural 1.
Yeah, but like, wait, first,
Really
no, that's why I was going to ask a
oh,
question.
It's 500 feet.
Okay, so question: what was the athletics? What is it specifically for? Because that's gonna.
You're
it's
running
like-
as fast as you can.
Oh, I
It's
got a
just if
17.
okay. Yeah, well, I got a nat 1 for a 2 on my athletics,
Great.
so that's great.
What is estrogen getting?
I got an 8.
8. What about Sprout? Oh, Sprout's fine. What did Marilyn get?
17.
17. What about you, BC?
27.
27. Then Sapphire,
I got a 9.
9. Jen,
17.
17. Okay, you guys all break into this mad sprint, trying to like get away from these things. Some of them are like kind of grabbing at your heels, like as they come across the side of the bridge, just like just trying to like grab you, and you're like kicking them away. Some of you have your weapons out, you're just slashing them back, and you're sprinting. The spellcasters like throwing cantrips left and right just to like continue a clear path. You see some of them like beginning to come up from like the front of the tower as well, the front tower, but you see Barabbas kind of sprints ahead of everyone, and he just kind of moves his wings with such a force. He casts gusts of wind and he knocks the ones in front of you off the bridge, clearing the path forward as you keep on running. You see Dagon immediately sees that Divana is falling behind and immediately like slows himself down, turns, grabs you, and kind of picks you up and tries to go with you. You do end up taking 6 damage, Divana. But Dagon basically like slowed himself down to tank some hits for you, and like you're both kind of moving together. He has cheek out and he's just like slashing things. And Estrogen and Sapphire, you guys are like around the same like back end of the pack right now. And you see like Resf is actually like running a little ahead of you right now. He's just like running for his fucking life. And you both take 9 slashing damage, Estrogen and Sapphire. And after that, I need another flat athletics from Divana. And I need one for... Yeah, I need one more for Estrogen and Sapphire as well.
It's not in that one, but it's still a
Yeah.
5. So I feel like it's yeah, it makes sense.
I have a thing I could do that might affect the landscape of the scene.
Go on.
I would
was
like
gonna
to
say,
use-
did Jen spot
Oh, Jen. Yeah, what is it?
Divana
Jen?
from behind?
What was that?
Did Jen spot Divana?
I said, did
falling
Jen
behind?
spot Divana dropping behind initially?
Yeah, you spotted them dropping behind. You see Dagon going and picking them up, all of that.
Cool. Could Jen have cast Enlarge on Divana to give them advantage on their strength-based check?
I'll ask you before you cast it. Do you want to cast Enlarge on a thin bridge?
Okay. I just figured
Could-
Divana's like...
No,
"Hey, don't-
Wait,
valid attempt,
have-
but
I have maybe a solution potentially. If I cast, I don't know how to pronounce this word, expeditious retreat. Does that
Yeah.
give me?
that I
any,
will allow that to give you advantage if you cast
Okay,
Expeditions
cool.
Retreat.
So let me do that. Not gonna believe it. It's a fucking nat 1 again.
5, right? It's advantage, so 5, right?
Oh wait, so I can re-roll. Okay, wait. Sorry, hold up.
No,
Okay,
no,
that's
like
better.
You take advantage,
the previous
right? You
roll was
rolled a
1.
5 and 1.
Yeah.
Advantage is
Okay,
5
okay.
instead
Then
of a natural 1.
Yeah. So you don't roll another 1 and fall off completely, but you are
Right.
still lagging behind along with.
I am keeping it up
Dagon.
though because it's 10 minutes. So like.
Yeah. What about Sapphire and Estrogen?
13 for estrogen.
13.
I got an 8.
Yeah.
8. Cool.
Okay. Okay.
Can I cast Sanctuary on Divana?
Sure.
Hold
You
on.
cast
I
Sanctuary
might have something that will completely change the landscape of the battlefield.
Go on. What are you trying?
I'd like to use Turn the Faithless. As an action, you can present your holy symbol, and each fae or fiend in 30 feet of you that can hear you must make a wisdom saving throw DC 14. On a failure, the creature is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
All right.
And BC, he has Stormbreaker out. He kind of spins it around and calls out, Mother of the Sea, Kelpie, I am in your wound. I call on you to banish this darkness from my presence. And then, like, you just hear, like, a crackling of thunder and then a shockwave of, like, energy and seawater emerges out from it.
Yeah, so you're near the front. So what ends up happening is you cast this thing, and a bunch of the ones around the side of the bridge on you, they just fucking fall off in panic. And like you see, it's a long fucking drop. They're just gone. And you see a couple of the ones in front of you, like, don't seem to care as much, and they keep going for you. A couple of the other ones turn and like try to flee. You basically, what you end up doing is with that, you create, along with Barabbas doing like the wind gust thing, the front of the problem is gone. Like, you are not getting pincered anymore. So running forward is fine now. And the back is still a bit of an issue because the long bridge, 30 feet, doesn't cover everything. But you have cleared the front path as like a battering ram, essentially. And you are zooming through. Estrogen, you kind of like, with the assistance and everything, you end up now managing to kind of pick up the pace. Like, you're not doing great, but you've kind of caught up a little with the others. And
Question. Could I just face step ahead? Would that help?
I'll say, like, it'll help you once, right? You get like a bit of an advantage once, and then you keep running.
Not worth it.
And Sapphire, you are still kind of lagging behind. You're still like winded from everything. And now, I believe the two people at the very back of the pack are Divana and Sapphire.
Yeah.
I need both of you to roll a flat d20.
Cool. That's a 2. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm using different dice every single time, I should add. I am curious.
It's not a web page, so I can't tell you to reload them.
No.
That sometimes helps.
I've got 5 different D20s right here, and I keep
Sapphire, what you
switching
get?
12.
12. Okay.
Maybe throw them in a different room first.
You're both kind of like lagging behind. Sapphire, you kind of like try to pick up the pace. You take another 5 damage, Sapphire, and you kind of like, start to like kind of like limp a bit, but you like catch yourself again, get a second win, and keep moving. You see a bunch of these creatures land like on the back of the bridge again, Divana, and you see that part of the bridge fully breaks. And like a bit of the stone structure begins to crumble there. And as that crumbling like starts to like go forward, you while running like with Dagon, like kind of he literally just has his like arm like locked on yours, so like he's like nearly dragging you while sprinting. But you see this like crumbling, like kind of like gets closer as he's also moving slower, and you see the rocks kind of give way under him, and he like loses his footing a little, and he kind of like trips and falls forward. But as he trips and falls forward, you fall backwards. And as you
Okay.
begin to fall, you aren't able to catch
Feather
yourself.
fall.
You are too far now in the
Fuck.
sprint. And you see, as you kind of begin to like fall backwards before you can even try to misty step or anything like that,
Yeah,
you
I was gonna
haven't
say.
caught yourself enough to be able to cast spells in this moment. Like it's happening within seconds, and you see even in like the breaking debris around you of like this collapsing bridge, there's just creatures between the debris that are like trying to like jump out and grab you. And you before you go, Sprout, hold on. Yeah. You're kind of like falling through this collapsing bridge. You just kind of for a moment see like from the side, like just hundreds of feet drop down into like the distant city. And suddenly the weightlessness of falling kind of just disappears from you.
Mm.
And you feel a very powerful force within like a split second, just lifting and hoisting you up against the collapse of the bridge. And you kind of like it takes you a second to clock it, and you see this giant gray hand grab onto your side and toss you up. And you look over and see Eglet just grabbing you and tossing you up on the bridge, going, "Keep on running, Big Green!" And
Wow.
with like almost like a whistle of a wind, you see Eglet plummet into the darkness.
No!
No!
No.
Fuck.
And
Oh, that's
before
gonna go down,
you just keep looking there for a second, and then you just feel another grab on like your side from Dagon, just like, "Come on, not now, we need to keep moving." And he just like kind of grabs you. He pulls up a scroll in his other hand, and he's gonna cast Dimension Door on both of you.
Okay.
And get right up
Cast
to the
Dimension Door on Eglet. Cast it on
He
Eglet.
can't. He needs to touch people to Dimension Door.
Right.
And you cast.
And
He
see,
casts
like,
it. You guys end up. He's too far from everyone. These guys were
Yeah,
so
big
far
one.
behind.
No.
And no one really even clocked how quickly Eglet turned and just full dove, essentially. Like, no one clocked it in the sprint. And you all, before you can clock it, are just moving, just like soldiering on. The bridge is collapsing behind you. As you see, Barabbas is the first to reach the other side. Right behind Barabbas is Divana and Dagon with the teleport. Then everyone else at the front of the pack shows up. And as everyone kind of like starts to like stream in, the last person reaching in is Estrogen and Sapphire, who you basically like you both get like shoved back in by Barabbas, and he like stands up front on like the edge of the bridge, and he's like, "I'm gonna close this off for a moment." And he pulls up his warhammer and he like plants it on the ground in front of him, and you see this astral projection of like an Aarakocra bird, like about 20 feet tall, just appears in front of him, also wielding a hammer. And you see, as he motions his hammer forward, the projection motions its hammer forward and just slams onto the remaining bit of the bridge and fully destroys it. As these last few creatures like trying to run towards you guys, just like they just fall as they're like leaping towards the door, and the door shuts and kind of like breaks a little. It's still like kind of giving you a view outside, but that path is gone. And you all take a second to catch your breath. You look around at each of you, panting, tired. Look at
Sprout, I think that
missing
Sprout is going
member.
to Sprout is going to be the first to like get out of Marilyn's hands, and he's going to try and push against the door to try and open it.
You try, it's just a mound of rubble. You're just like pushing and
Yeah,
pushing. It's
no.
not even budging. And
Yeah, no, like Sprout is desperately clawing at the door.
you
Like
see like
he's
from
not.
behind you, wrist just going like, fell. I tried to cast Featherfall. I was too far.
Wait,
But
what happened?
but he can't fall. He's big, so he's probably down there, right? I mean he's it's
You're right. I mean, I've seen him survive all kinds of things. I'm sure little fall won't do anything to him.
DC snaps, turns, and goes to wrap his massive, meaty hand around the noble's throat.
As you go to grab the noble, you just see interposing himself again is just Barabbas, covered in like this demonic blood right now. He just interposes himself between the two of you, and he goes, "Take a breath.
Get out of my way.
And take a walk. I'm not going anywhere.
Neither am I.
is there another way to get there? Is there
Address? Address? An entire store full of dresses? My friend is dead!
It's my
You
fault.
see Barabbas just takes a deep breath.
Oh, it's not your fault. It's
It is.
his fault. It's his fault. Because he's a selfish dick who wouldn't let
BC.
a kind young girl have a dress. Fuck Ibracall.
So this is gonna go and like just pick up Sprout and just kind of just take them slightly away from this right now.
That's just
go
kind of
with you.
just looking at Yabisi with like just like a look of like disgust. And you see Barabbas just takes a deep breath and just goes,
We are here now.
Everyone at the gathering about what happened here. And I'm going to tell every single political ally that I have gathered to never ally with you and your wretched country.
and you see Cassius looks at you like,
If this is the candor of your adventuring, if this is how you choose to carry yourself, then don't know why you got in this line of work.
Shut up, child.
he does not seem to give a fuck about whatever you say. And you see Barabbas just continues and like taking another breath.
Regardless of how, we're all down here right now. And whatever is in this place is something we are
Fine.
not aware of or prepared for. We need to take stock of the situation before losses increase. We need to figure out how the fuck we're gonna get through this and out of here. So I'll suggest take a moment to gather yourself. We need a steady mind and a hand for what is to come next.
Yen
Roll me an
is
insight, Yabisi.
I will say above table, it was Sprout.
you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you. I hear you.
it was Sprout?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Wait.
That's what triggered you, BC. Going
Oh.
off with Sprout crying,
Oh.
and I'm just letting you
So
know.
Jen is going to cast
Oh.
Sending
Okay.
to Eggless.
Oh,
All right. Roll me a D100.
oh dear.
13.
30. Cool.
That's a 19.
You don't. What do you say?
Let's go. You fell. Are you alive? Just let us know you're okay and we'll find you. That's all. Just let us know you're okay. Please,
You
Agnes.
get no response.
Does it feel like the message got through? Would I know that? I don't know.
You don't know. You know, the spell
Okay.
was cast at the very least. The spell wasn't blocked or anything. But on the inside, we see you, you're like staring down Barabbas, and you see he has like a very like currently like a stern like soldier's resolve kind of an expression, like steeling himself. But you see, he also doesn't look happy by any means. If anything, he's irked himself, but at the same time, he understands to a certain degree. You basically see a look of experience when it comes to loss. You see a weathered man who knows when some loss happens, I have to sometimes just shut up and be a soldier and deal with it later, that kind of a thing. And you see, he's just kind of like, he looks at you again and goes, "We'll figure out how to proceed. Let's make sure no one is wounded beyond any problems. And whatever comes next, we need to be aware of the ceilings now, it seems. These creatures need to limit our losses."
Guys, I'm sorry. It's my
I
fault.
will not accept any apology from anyone except
Did you see what happened? I was behind. I should have been. I was.
I
You
think
weren't the
that
only one behind.
I think
You-
that
I was the one
Sprout-
falling though, and he went to grab.
Ivana.
It could have well just as easily been many of us.
It could have been me.
No, no.
I could have run back.
It was right there
I
next
could
to
have
you.
dodged it.
I fell
No,
forward. That's the only difference in our
You
luck.
were only back there with me because you were trying to help me. I'm just
Ivana.
a weakling here.
if
Ivana,
if
if
it were
you...
to be
Oh, you go.
if it were to be anyone's fault, I think if I wasn't eaten, the
No.
things wouldn't have chased us.
No,
Really,
Sprout,
He gave his
it's
life
not
to
on
try and
you.
save me.
Ivana,
but
if you were the one that had fallen, would you have let me blame myself just because I was the last one before you?
It's not about who was the last person before me on the bridge. It was the fact that he jumped to try and get me back up and fell in the process.
Yeah, that was his choice. That doesn't make it your fault.
Just did what any of us would do for our group, for our family. And I know for a fact that the only person here that wouldn't is standing among us. And he turns and he looks at the noble.
Yeah, he
And somehow, some
he's
way,
just like stopped
he
regarding.
seems to be the one that's the most deserving of life.
I don't care about any of that. I'm not focusing on who is being an asshole right now. We've lost a friend.
he must be alive, right? I mean,
I don't think so, Sprout. I'm sorry.
But you know, when we return to like the mother tree, we get to grow back. Can we do the?
And Devana will go up to Sprout to try and hug them.
Yeah, you
I'm
see like
sorry.
Chris kind of just like kind of clutching onto himself and like just muttering like,
He kept saving all of us the entire time we've been down here, but I wasn't even able to cast a simple spell.
Look, we can't beat ourselves up about this right now. Yes, one of us has died and we need to deal with that. But we also need to first get out of here so that more of us don't die. We can't sit here around being angry or blaming ourselves or blaming other people. We need to be focused on leaving.
You
But
just hear a long sigh from Dagon when you say that. And you see he kind of just like walks up and you see like there's some like ruined windows, like barred up and whatnot. And he kind of like just like peeks out. He looks around and he just goes, right, about that, it's like we have a bit of a choice ahead of us anyway. And you see he kind of points downwards out to like the street level, and you see like you can't make out what they are, but just like small groups of like these monstrous creatures just kind of patrolling around the street. And they're like kind of like just crossing by the tower right now. So, and you see he just goes, I mean, regardless of where we're trying to move, he points down to a staircase and he's like, we can either exit the tower and get down to the street level here, or, and he points out to basically like a upstairs stairwell as well. And he goes, or we can go up to the upper city gardens and go through there, maybe find whatever the fuck we're here for, and an alternate way to get down to the lower levels. Either we get down there right now, or we find a safer way going around the top and a different entry down to the street level.
There's no safer ways in this place.
before we make a decision, there's one more thing. Your PC is right about one thing. And I'm going to turn to, what's his face?
Caster.
This isn't going to work while one of us keeps thinking that he's better than the rest of us. You could be in any of our places at any time. And I want to cast Warp Flesh on, like use Warp Flesh on him. Just to give him like a, like a peek. That's Wisdom 15 saving throw. I don't see how Barabbas could stop this.
As you go to cast Warp Flash, you see the like flaming hair on the back of Caster's kind of burns brighter for a moment and nothing happens. And he kind of chuckles to that. He's like,
Interesting.
Perhaps you don't try that again. If we are indeed all about to be in the same position, maybe you shouldn't be casting all kinds of profane magic freely like that.
Ibisi leans down, puts his hands gently on Sprout. Like, cast Cure Wounds, 2nd level. And, like, just sort of all of the... You start to become, like, fresh again, and...
Yeah,
and
it's like the leaves kind of go a little bit greener again.
13.
Okay, let me
And then
add that.
Ibisi, like, exhales as that happens.
I
Gets
think...
up, and he's like... There is a point there is only so far that you can push people before, regardless whatever ridiculous tricks and cosmic consequences you might have, stop mattering. When you make people so angry that they don't care what you have to retaliate with, you're not safe.
Sprout is gonna kind of...
Actually, I haven't done that yet. Yubisi's actually kind of good at this. I haven't actually attempted to intimidate this guy before.
Sprout is kind of like hugging Yabisi to try and like not make him fight anymore, because he doesn't like when people fight in general. And he's kind of
25.
Ooh.
25. You see, for the first time, he does not hit you back with a snide retort. He
Oh my god.
just like looks at you saying that, and very like quickly like turns away from you and goes, "Right, Barabbas, where are we going?" And he like just tries to like leave the situation, and you hear like a little like falter in his voice as he does so, and you see as he like starts like kind of sort of like Barabbas like looks back to you and like the others. And, right, well, what's the call then? Are we heading down to the streets or are we going through the upper city?
It might get us closer to the garden. We might be able to get more answers.
If there's any plants alive, I can help out.
Right.
Sprout might be able to talk to them, find out what happened, and maybe find us a way out.
You see, Barabbas just gives like a nod at that. Dagon just goes, I mean, just makes sense to me. Don't want to get near those fucking things. And he's just like looking out the window. And you guys kind of take stock of each other, like, you know, re-gear up a little and look up towards the staircase going upstairs into like a different area. And
Well,
Are we getting a short rest or not?
depends. Do you want to take another short rest here?
I have
might be a good
Yeah,
You have
I
hit
think
dice.
we're gonna take a short rest here while we're blocked in like a safe area.
Yeah, sure. In
Well,
that
people
case, yeah.
are
You guys like spend
re-gearing.
some time like recuperating in many different ways. You have this little like intersection you're sitting in the middle of. You end up taking an hour to patch each other up. Yes, Mike?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like Jen's just lost a comrade. Like, has this had any effect on him, given everything they've been through? Like
I'd
mechanically,
say,
before
not mechanically yet. I'll say though, give me an intelligence save.
Oh yeah, saving throws are always a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
23.
Okay. You obviously feel what you're feeling, but it doesn't seem to mess with your functionality, so to speak. You're good for now.
Okay, so while we're resting, then he's just going to be talking almost to himself. But anyone who overhears will definitely hear that they keep on repeating about cohesive units and how if we couldn't win when everyone was working together and on the same page, then we have no hope in this scenario. And it will be all along that kind of mantra of just to themselves, like how this is hopeless.
Sprout would be. I don't think Sprout heard the mantra, but I think that Sprout would sit with Yabisi, and at some point, Sprout is kind of like picking at their little leaves on their legs, like the roots, and he goes, I'm sorry.
He puts his arm around Sprout and says, I'm sorry too.
No, I mean it's my fault. I made you take me in this big adventure so many months ago, and I've been pretty useless. I don't know much about how people work, and I haven't been doing my job right for everyone. And now, because I got caught by that thing, now it was my fault. And I it's hard to understand the fact that you're also fragile. Like if when I will go at some point, for example, you can just, let my soul return to the mother tree, and then you take the little seed and you replant it, and I'll sprout back up. I mean, I won't remember anything, but it's still me there. It's not the same with you guys. You're gone once you're, and it's really scary. I'm really scared that you'll go at some point too.
I believe that, like every living being, goes back to the land or to the ocean. Cycle.
Mm.
And even if they don't come back as a person, they may come back as a flower, or coral, or a fish.
Fish are funny.
I can't think of a more special place for him to have left than the bottom of the sea.
I've never
And
been on the sea until I left with you. I was usually, stuck with like the plants and the trees. And I was asleep for a really, really long time. So things might not be the same now, but still, um, I think the sea is really pretty.
I do too. I'm gonna play a song for my friend. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. I like when you play songs. They're really calming.
And I think for the Song of Rest, Yabisi is gonna play Elven Funeral Dirge
Yeah.
on his pipes.
I think that Sprout kind of like lays against Yabisi as he listens to the song. And he sort of like, how some people tap to the music, he's trying to like keep the rhythm by, oh, or wait, can I try and imitate the sound of birds?
Yeah, that would be
Sure.
great.
Yeah, you definitely
So-
can.
because if like it's a druid, you know
Yeah.
how sometimes you can blow into like leaves and
Mhm,
make like
mhm.
sounds that sometimes are similar to birds depending on what leaf you use,
Yep.
kind of like that, like
What?
Yeah, you can do
yeah,
that.
it's like you can blow
Yeah,
on
they're
certain
called.
leaves, and depending on like how you blow them, it kind of sounds a little bit like
That's
chirping.
like that's like real world ranger shit essentially. But yeah.
I can
Uh,
make
Yeah.
owl sounds with my hands.
of grass.
That's about it.
Yeah, they're called. I think they're
Wait.
called grass pipes. They're
Yeah, and they're and yeah, I think that's what Sprout is gonna try and do to add a little bit to the song because he liked that glyph.
Yeah. While you guys are kind of like having this conversation, Divana, what are you doing?
So Ivana will have. What is that?
Oh my god!
Where the fuck did that come from?
Oh my god! Assis?
That's a cease.
Eh,
yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
Wait, let me put my
Oh,
video on.
I had a little
Wait,
Wait.
thing.
Oh, like that.
Oh,
wait, now I lost it. I lost it. I put my video on and I lost it.
It's all good.
It's fine. You're being perceived.
It's not happening.
I used to have one of those things where you had like water and you could blow into them and they would make like bird sounds.
That one.
but yes,
yeah.
Divana.
I do
Divana's
have those.
gone to sit somewhere quiet, and we'll have first done a couple prayers to Rose, asking her to give Eglyv a new beginning in the next life. Then did in their head a prayer to Shar, asking for help dealing with this loss. And then thirdly, we'll have pulled out because they before in Bilkart they bought a bunch of things and flowers were among them, and they're going to pull out a single red poppy and put it near the door.
Mhm.
And that's it.
Roll me a religion.
Cool. Okay. Where the fuck is it? That's 17.
You say your prayers, and after you give your prayer of lost Shah, there's this coldness you feel, but it feels comforting in a weird way. And as it kind of washes over you, you feel that presence once again, almost like it's in front of you. And just a very, very vague feeling of a gentle hand kind of just brushing your cheek and disappearing. And for the next 8 hours, you will have advantage against being frightened.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make a note of that. Cool. Amazing.
And with that, all of you take a somber rest before you continue to trudge into the Unwitnessed Kingdom. And that is where we will end our game.
Yippee!
Witnessing this.
A little bit.
Hope you all had fun playing. Hope you guys had fun watching.
I had to
'Cause
make
that was
myself
a
cry.
session
How
and a
could
half.
you? How could you? How could you?
How did you do this to me?
How could you do this to me?
I
had to-
honestly fully thought that Devana was gonna die, and I was fully like, okay, yep, this is it.
I have
Can't
told
believe
you
you've
many
done this.
times this campaign has things worse than death, and that is living.
I hate you.
I hate this.
And
I
You.
hate you so much.
You're
that
evil.
lovely
I
note.
can't believe the fact that. So
I like how
first,
this is
Sprout
also
had
the
to
session
deal
where
with
everyone was
some-
like, "Man, we love Eglet. Eglet's great," and I'm like, "Oh dear."
Yeah, like
Oh.
like
So I've had to taunt Sprout from dumb things like marriage to someone leaving, and now I have to teach Sprout about proper death.
this is
How could you?
this is within like an hour. This is within like an hour that he learned about marriage, and then like
And then there's like
okay.
another few days. So like another few days from when Jasper left. It's like Sprout went from someone left, why did they leave, to what's marriage and what are parents.
At least
to
Jasper's alive,
someone
probably.
died. Yeah,
At
like
least you get to learn how to swear.
Sure.
Learning how to
Yeah.
swear,
I
yes.
learned how to swear. Yeah, true.
No,
That is
illegal.
true.
Estrogen will stop this.
I also don't know if Steve is awake or not, so I will wrap
Yeah.
it up here by
Okay.
saying,
it's-
when are we playing next? Was my question.
I needed to check in with all of you about that because we were waiting
we'll
on you.
figure that. We'll be back sometime in the next
I
few
think
weeks.
Someday,
20th,
somewhere
if
over the
I'm-
We
radio.
are gonna
On
be back
Monday, on a Monday or
within the
Friday.
next
Exactly.
week or two.
I have the
Yeah,
20th of
Monday,
June
Chaos
in my
Friday.
calendar, but
Next
I don't know if
time
that's
we shall
correct.
see
Yeah, it has
what
the
happens to
June
the party
20th.
as they decide where to go and what they will encounter. Surely it can't be anything worse than what they have already
Yeah.
figured. I have been your Dungeon Master, Dan Fighter. You can find me at Dan Fighter at Blue Sky, DanFighter117 on Instagram, all of that stuff. I do voice acting, I do action plays, and if you need any of that kind of stuff done, you know who to hit up, as he is looking for work. He is me. And joining me, as always, have been our lovely players who have endured and survived in some way, shape, or form. Bringing us up again, we have Devana.
Hi, I am Anna or Rani, whichever you prefer. I use the same pronouns, and I'm definitely human. You can find me anywhere at Peculiar Planets. I'm on pretty much every social media. I write comics, I write tabletop stuff. I do other things. I am another actual place. I'm on a podcast called Twilight's Edge over at Tumble Through, who is crit nominated. So if you wanted to vote for us, please do. It's a Pathfinder 2e podcast where I play a very different character. And I've been Nirvana today, and I'm thrilled. I have a blast. I thrive in these situations, which probably says something about me, but that's it. And that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna pass it over before we can process that.
Hell yes. Next we have Estrogen.
Oh shit, that's me. Hi, my name is Asif. You can find me at Lesbianing on pretty much everywhere. You can find me in therapy because of Dan. And yeah, hire me for stuff, but also like I have lots of cool things happening, and check them out. And I think things will happen in the next few months. There are things being done.
Oh, one of those things I might be involved in. Next up, we have your BC.
Hello, I have been playing BC. My name is Hector, aka Okami, all over the internet. You can find me on Blue Sky or on itch at kgokami.itch.io. I am the steward of the House of Dreams actual play creative collective channel. I'm doing lots of stuff for Pride this June. As was mentioned earlier by our amazing producer, I am going to be running a game on Pantsless Pride. I'm going to be playing in an amazing game on Pantsless Pride, being run by Mike. I get to play, experience a character in the magical world of Discord or Discworld. And also, every Sunday, House of Dreams is teaming up with Pocket Dragon Pub, and we're going to be doing both raising funds for Rainbow Railroad. So Sundays at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Over at House Dreams, I'm going to be running Season's Oath, our Wander Home long-term journey. We're on the 4th chapter. And then also we're on Pocket Dragon Pub. You can catch me starting this Sunday running Thirsty Sword Lesbians, the Rainbow Guardians. So little back-to-back, little Okami double feature this upcoming Sunday. So catch me at noon on Pocket Dragon Pub, and then catch me on my channel at 3:30. For some good times, and then just sort of keep an eye out on my Blue Sky, and and on the House of Dreams Blue Sky, making all kinds of cool announcements, doing all kinds of cool projects for Pride. And then I will kick it over to what do you say, boss? We kick it over to Ricecakes.
Oh yes, bro.
Oh my god! Hello, hi. I'm Rice or Ricecakes. I play Sprout today, and if you want to find any of the stuff that I work on, it's you can find it on Blue Sky at the original Ores, which I know is a mouthful. Or nowadays you can also find me on Threads at _Ores_. Or if you want to see other cool shit that I make, you can find me here at Dark Waters, or I don't know. You can also find me in Misadventures League every Thursday, playing Kids on Brooms. And what else? There will be a project coming at some point. I still can talk about it though. There's also another thing, but I'm not gonna spoil that either. But that has more to do with my art. It has nothing to do with. It's been a really long project, and I can't believe that I'm finally going to finish it this summer. I'm really excited. I'm gonna get so many fucking yells when this is gonna be posted. I've spent so much time perfectioning it, and I'm really proud of myself. But yeah, no, it's coming as well. Oh man, I hate the fact I can't give details because I'm gonna get yelled at.
It's
Right.
okay. Deals will come when they do.
Exactly. Right. I think that's it. Yeah, just check out my art and check out the silly shows I'm in, and whoever is next can go next.
Jen.
Hey, I have been Mike. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me at Run Like Craig on Blue Sky or Run Like Craig 1979 on Instagram because I'm old, so you can see like the 3 photos I've ever posted on there. I have been quiet today because I've been slowly dealing with a dying PC, and not eggless by that. So yeah, that's an NPC. Too soon? Sorry, guys.
I love it.
Yeah, that's what I do. I make bad taste jokes on the internet.
That one I
You've
can't
gone too
forgive.
far this time.
The wood is still
Too far.
fresh for me. How could you do this to me?
I had to take out my PC frustrations on your guys' emotions. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's the law.
Oh,
I'm in loads of stuff. I'll promote it at some point when I'm not having brain frazzled.
oh.
Aw.
Next up we have Merlude.
Hi, I am Box, or Myrna. I'm an unkillable slime dog lady, and I played Mariloon. On my own time, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Boxerlaw, and I'm on Blue Sky under the same name. I had a tagline, but I took it out because it doesn't really fit the situation, so I'm not going to say it.
Fair enough, but I kind of want to hear it now anyway. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Will
it's not
Live.
offline, but
It's Will Live.
Will live.
I say that
Yeah.
all the time when I'm struggling with stuff, and when, like, during
To be
Tales
fair,
of Fate 2.
we will live, just
Yeah,
maybe not
Will
everyone
Live.
else.
Ooh. Ow.
Ow.
It hurts, though.
It hurts. It hurts so much.
It hurts indeed. And last but not least, we have a host with the most something, Sapphire.
Go fuck yourself. Absolutely go fuck yourself. I fucking guy, god damn it, piece of. Okay. Hi, I'm Steve, also known as Assy Pants. I run Pantsless Tables, a now Crit Award nominated thing. Holy shit, we're like nominated for Best Wellness Event for Pantsless Pride 2024, which I almost single-handedly pulled off, and I feel like that's a big fucking deal, and I'm very proud. And we're also nominated for 3 more awards. All 3 of those awards would not exist without Pantsless Pride 2024, which is really fucking cool as well. And yeah, I'm just very proud of all the work that all of us have done to get to this point. To go from nobody knows who we are to 4 awards in a span of a year is a big fucking deal. Anyway, we're fuck, what was I saying? Yeah. You can find me here. You can find me on SassyPants1996 on Twitch doing the Twitch stuff because I do that sometimes. And you can also find me on Blue Sky, either going on a rant or crashing out, or in the Discord, in the Pantsless Tables Discord server, also crashing out over things because that is the brand now. Anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna go and cry for a bit, and then I'm gonna get some food because fuck off everyone blaming themselves. And when Sapphire put us all in this position, they haven't said a word because
because we love you.
They're gonna start crying.
They love you.
No, they as in Sapphire haven't said a word because he's gonna start crying next. That's gonna be all of next episode 21, the one with the cries. That's a good name. No,
the one with the cries.
The tears of the Sapphire.
More than one.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Anyway, that's me.
Surprise everyone's cry. Yes.
Thanks for watching. I guess. Fuck you again, Dan.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, lovely.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Take care.